It's fine. I think stream should be going again. All right, I think we're back live. So who asked that question last? About the files? Was it audio? Was that you?
I think that was me.
Oh, silent. Okay.
Yeah.
If I used a previous version, like 6.0, do I just need to replace the files?
So 6.0 actually is where you want to be. Because what you do is download the package, and then the tool is 6.1 version. But in terms of the graphics and everything, so if you have 6.0, you're actually good. And then you just need to download the scoreboard tool in addition to that.
So 6.1 is only the scoreboard update.
Correct. Yeah. Again, we're gonna work on making this all like a much better experience. Like the installer that we actually have behind the scenes will actually like unpack everything nicely. So all I've done here is I've taken this zipped file that we downloaded called BGG Community, and I'm now dragging it into a folder called Broadcast. So it doesn't matter what the name of your drive, but since this is you want it to be, I believe it's D, C, or E drive, right?
Or F.
Or F. I think we have each of those. So now, because if I go to it has to be in the base level, right? I can't go any lower than this. And has to be called Broadcast, like this. All right, let's see here. Yeah, Pimp said, update soon will make it virtually available for any game. Just have to program it in. Yeah, BK Game is talking about you run mainly CS productions, so you can't wait for that update. Yeah, ideally, you'll be able to add your own maps, game types, roles, and heroes, so CS wouldn't use any heroes. Yeah, I remember when it mattered, like what skin you picked, and whatnot. Those fun times. All right, cool. So I'm gonna now, in addition to this, pull our scoreboard tool. Here we go. This is the other download. So what I'm going to do is go right into scoreboard and see how the two match. The two sides. So now I'm going to delete this side, which is on D, broadcast scoreboard. This is the old stuff. I'm going to delete all that. And drag this over. So this is all of 6.1. Again, we're going to figure out installers and whatnot, but this is about as clean as we can get it for the time being. So now we have this great broadcast folder with all this stuff in it. So what do we do now? Audio and silent. Where are y'all along in this process, by the way?
I've already finished all this. I've downloaded everything.
Everything's set up.
Okay, awesome.
Again,
so I'll go through it.
I've used previous versions, so I'm ready to go.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, so I'm just going to do this relatively quick then.
Just gonna go in 5 minutes.
Yep, no problem. And we can get it done in 5 minutes because it is that simple.
Oh, so getting casters ready.
All right, let's do it. So I'm going to navigate to here. Yeah, you can see how I name my files. It's actually, see, I sing there. I won't ever click that and show that on to the public. All right, so at this point, then we import the scene collection. So we navigate to our broadcast folder, which has our wonderful JSON files here. And since I am in the D drive, I'm going to click on this guy to import. If this was the C drive or the E drive or the F drive, I would click on that. But I'm going to click on this one. And now, if I go back to scene collect, nothing changed. This is where I usually freak out. What did I do wrong? Then I'm going to go over to, I have to remember what it's called. Community.
Yep.
At right BGG Community. Boom. There we go. Look at that. Now I'm going to make this full screen. So here's our community folder. We got our current score. We have our in-game. Let's go ahead and make this not studio mode so you can see it bigger. We'll just walk through each of them. Here's a current score. We have an in-game overlay. We have our map pool 3 or 4 or 5 or 7. We have a scene for 3 casters. All right, let's check it back on the chat here. Yeah, it's a scoreboard tool for my productions. Don't use it for how it's intended, LOL, but I find it really useful. So if you use HTML, you could technically use the tool to update maps. You want game types by using compare like map text. Okay, we're talking coding in there. It's above my head. So this is a scene if we just have 2 casters. And so what you could do is you can have 2 casters here, and then have a whole desk, like a host and 2 analysts. That's something that we used to run in the past. If they're both in one place, here's a scene for that. And here's our team 1, and here's our team 2. We have a replay folder, so that'll be fun to set up and show that. Replay picture-in-picture. We actually got to delete this. Blizzard doesn't want us covering up the same, like the stream with a picture-in-picture of itself, which is fine. We have a starting soon screen. If you have a timer, then you get to choose. If you want to show a timer, then you can simply, take the eyeball. Basically, it just shows it's visible. You hide everything else, and you leave one showing. And I'll show this here. I don't know if audio and silent, if you knew this, but right now, if say I wanted to add another 10 minutes, I would disable everything except for the 10. Turn on the eyeball for that, and then as soon as I transition, it starts the timer at the beginning of that. So that's how we did that.
Okay.
So
That's cool.
Yeah. So this is pretty low tech as of now. These are big video files. so I didn't expand. Yeah, they are very big because they're alpha.
I made them.
I don't know how your upload. Luckily, we have unlimited internet, hopefully for your home. But that's how that works.
Yes.
Yeah.
For now,
I've been using I have been using a separate tool for a timer because I usually use but I haven't used it very much because usually it's not clear to me when we want to go back and stuff.
Yeah, it is good. There are some great tools that will have it be higher tech. This is a kind of a hot fix that Uni was like, you know what, let me just render these video files. Where's Nara?
Oh, so those are
Nara's coming
videos.
later.
Yes, those are videos with RGBA, and the 10-minute one is like over a gig.
Yes, it's quite big.
Wow. Wow.
So yeah, we're gonna keep optimizing that. So anyways, we'll walk through the rest of these here. These are all just different scenes, right? We wanted to have it so that we just have everything you're ever gonna need, including technical difficulties. Go ahead.
All right. I don't have the one with map pool 4. Or I have a different version with the blue screen. Map pool 4. Oh no, wait, never mind.
No worries, no worries.
Oh, hold on, no, it's fine.
It did change to a darker blue in one of the more recent patches, but
yeah, I
the one
don't
Mitch is
have
showing,
that
I think, is
version
6.
set up. I have the community ones, but I don't have it set up. So should I change it?
For this purpose, it's not super necessary. Oh yeah, all of y'all should stream to your own personal channels or a test channel. Do you have Twitch channels?
I do.
I do, but I'm doing this off screen.
Okay. That's fine. Yeah, just record it, or even just for the practice, it's fine.
Yeah, of course.
Mary's in chat. Y'all stop freaking out. Okay, great. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to set up... We're going to launch Overwatch now. And... I'm going to set up... Oh, actually, I actually do normally set up Overwatch in windowed mode. So on stream, I'm only showing like my left monitor. So I'm going to show the setup for each time, but I can't really show the layout. Q and Uni, when you stream, do you run it in windowed or do you have it full screen elsewhere?
For what?
For Overwatch.
I run Overwatch borderless windowed on my main monitor.
Yeah, borderless windowed is definitely...
I run borderless
ideal.
window, but uncapped FPS, because my monitor likes to kill itself if it's not unlimited.
Really? Okay.
I do borderless because I was told when I started out that Alt Tab shows on stream if you're full screened.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, because you can't show. Yeah, do not run full screen. All right, cool. So now I'm trying to launch the tool. All right, we are not downloading malware. I hope not. Pimp design.
That's what someone who sent out malware.
Go to more.
I know, right?
More
so
info.
if you trust us, you'll go to the more info, and it'll say scoreboardtool.exe. I'm gonna run it anyway. And we're gonna have this beautiful scoreboard tool. Oh. All right, too many memes in chat. I'm just kidding. Okay, great. So I'll just demonstrate really quickly. No spoilers, please.
Oh, okay. So just duplicate.
So I'm just changing the name here, and you'll see it update at the top. we have Team Night King versus Team Living People. Oops. Wait, NIGHT. Okay. So if I change the score, I can update that. Since I'm on the map screen, it's pulling from this part of the scoreboard right here. So let's say Ilios is actually done, and we are now on map 2. I will click on current is 2. This is completed, the final score, and I also have to manually update the score up here as well next to the team. And you'll see what happens is we're able to pull the team name from the side that won. So whatever has a higher score on this lower side, and if it's completed, then it'll pull the name. If it's not marked as completed and we update it, it will not show the name. It'll just show the score. So until you hit completed, it'll look at the logic. But let's say it's a draw. What it'll do is it'll say draw.
I'm gonna start pulling in the casters.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay. Cool. So here's what I'm gonna do as well. I'm setting up off screen. I think for the scoreboard tool, that's just something to play around with. Do you guys have any specific questions on that? I'm just accelerating here because I know
Hey, what's up?
Make sure we're not too far behind.
Here they will come.
Hello.
No, I don't really
For
have
some
any
reason, I
questions
pinged
on
you in a
this.
message that says the casting duos for this. Check
Okay.
the pin messages and
Thank you.
workshop leads.
Thank you.
Let me get my green screen set up. 1 second.
All right.
Oh, I don't have my IKEA link. Dang.
All right.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey,
Hi.
Hello there.
All right. So now you can see my overlay. So I can,
Oh, the wonderful Discord overlay.
yeah, I'm just picking up Discord overlay because it's actually displaying on my monitor, right? But I'm gonna show how in OBS, when we get this going, it will not pick up that overlay. So now let's go ahead and set up the in-game scene. Oh, welcome casters. Also, by the way, welcome Bemi, Niari,
Oh, hey,
Nekla,
Bemi.
Rian. Welcome.
Yo.
Say hello to stream.
Howdy.
Hi, Stream.
Stream.
What up,
You
stream?
guys are pretty radical individuals.
True story.
Hope that's gonna go good.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna finish up setting up these scenes, and y'all can watch along, and then be like, "Oh my god, I want to do that too," and I'm gonna produce as well because we need a lot of producers. So in this in-game scene, it should already be picking up Overwatch. But what I'm gonna do in addition to this, is to where I'm doing the transformation. I'm actually gonna stretch it to fit the screen, and this just makes sure that it will. Oops. That didn't seem to quite work. I think it's because of the ratio that I'm in now. So let me just go through the settings first here. Actually, let's do this. I'm gonna put the
Okay,
Overwatch
Skype.
where I normally put it. What was that, Uni? Good.
I was still getting a Skype made for you, then invite you.
Oh, okay, thank you. We'll get in there in a second. I'm gonna just configure these settings here. So for here, I'm gonna go to options. I run in windowed mode. Run in windowed or borderless windowed, but that is the best thing to do. We can display the performance stats because our overlay, you actually can't. If I were to turn off the overlay here, you'd be able to see my the in-game stats, right? So you can leave that on. We're gonna turn VSync. I'm gonna turn that on. We can turn off reduce buffering, and I like to cap my frames to 65. Because all we're doing is 1080p here. I indicate it here in this resolution.
I'm gonna step out 1 second. I gotta get my lights.
All right, sounds good. I'm gonna put this over here for the remainder of the setup, so you can see my mouse. Further down here, graphics quality. This is where you need to experiment. My computer can run high. I don't want to restart my Overwatch, but I'm gonna put it high here. Put the cap back down to 65. All right. So that's the
That's
first
just
thing.
based on whatever your computer can handle.
Exactly. So you're gonna have to do some testing out, right? And your friend here is don't freak out. It's Task Manager. And start on X264. But when you are streaming, you're gonna want to check out how your GPU and your CPU are handling, right? Like as you are streaming, you're gonna need to see if your CPU can be taking the brunt, or if it's at 100%, then you try to put more pressure onto your graphics card. So,
Okay, and how would I put more pressure onto the graphics card
Great
compared to the CPU?
So, in the settings of OBS itself, which I think we actually didn't really go through, in the output here, if you're using NVE and C, this is a graphics card. This is NVIDIA encoding. It uses your graphics card to do the encoding instead of your CPU.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll return to that in a little bit, but let's go back to the Overwatch settings here because the rest of this is important. So for sound, this is one where you have to sound check it, and it is good to get some help. But having it around, I would say 25 is safe within here. All right, cool. So the only ones that really matter here for our controls, we want to make sure that we're default, right? So I go down to reticle under controls, reticle. I go over this all in another video, the 8-minute video.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna go through this
kind of
quickly. But we turn on show accuracy, color, crosshair length. I go to 20. Dot opacity, I usually run with 0, but I got to turn that back on. And here's some other really important things too for y'all. Make sure you are binding under spectating. Bind show health bars, okay? I use Alt H for Alt health. All right. Again, all these things I go over in the other video, the 8-minute one. So, and we'll have just a listing for all of this as well. So, all right, this one's really important, really, really important. Network quality notifications off. All right, everyone check that.
Yep.
One's really important because otherwise you'll have a little blips and icons show up on the upper left.
What are those? Do you know what those symbols mean?
They basically mean, are you losing packets? And they're signals of like, hey, you're losing packets, or just your network is not good right now.
So it's like a sign that the network might not be stable.
Yeah, but the thing is, when I had that on, those things were always on. So I don't know what I was doing. Like, was I doing stuff that's wrong, or I don't know, man.
I forgot to turn that off like the first half of our stage.
Oh.
First half of our stage 1.
Yeah. Hey, Armstrong, what's up?
You're not in the group, by the way, Moosh.
Okay, cool. So there's a Skype group?
Yep, NA Playoff Pugs.
In general, workshop leads. Okay, cool.
I actually added you to the group myself.
What?
Because you're my friend on it.
Okay.
How nice.
Thank you. All right, casters, while we're setting this up, have you all introduce yourselves. Let's start, let's go reverse alphabetical. So, Rian.
Hello. My name is Rian, like Mushi just said. You can also call me Matt if you want. I don't care. I was a play-by-play for the most recent season of Chinese Contenders, and did Contenders Trials EU before that, and then multiple seasons of OBA Division. So yeah, that's me.
Awesome.
I'm the coolest person.
Necra, go for it.
According to myself.
Rihanna's coolest person, confirmed. But I am Necra. You can call me Necra or Rosemary. I got started in casting about 6 months ago, and I cover multiple different titles like Hearthstone, Overwatch, Battle Royales, Pokemon. I just really love esports, but Overwatch is one of my most favorite games to cast. As of recent, I've been a flexible caster, so I do either color or play-by-play depending on what needs to be filled. You can see me in Broadcast.gg doing NA Open Division or Open Division. I've done Open Division for 2 seasons. I just did the TESPA Collegiate Championships, and you guys will see me soon in a couple of other places too. But
awesome, thank you. All right, Naori.
Hey guys, I'm Nari, or Sam, whichever's easiest to pronounce. I've been casting for a little over 2 years now, but most seriously was like August last year. I did my first season of Open Division. I started out as an analyst, and I did analysis for Open Division, EU Trials, SA Contenders, then another season of Open Division, and then another season of EU Trials. And then I did a season of Open Division as a caster. So now I do color, and I'm starting to branch out into play-by-play. And I also run an Apex broadcasting ting, and I cast there as well. That's me.
Awesome. And Bemi. Bemi, I mean, you muted.
The Skype strike.
Baby died, crap.
Bemi,
I think
Feels
Skype
bad.
might have hit him hard.
Feels bad, man.
no,
I can hear him typing. That's the funny part.
no, not like this.
Yep.
All right, let's see here. Open sound settings. All right, thanks y'all for talking about stuff. Okay. So, if I'm, for some reason, it's not showing Skype here on my sounds, which is good because I don't want it there. But this time I do want it. Yeah, normally because what I would show people is that you gotta kill, just like I've killed system sounds here. This is my default like my desktop audio here. I'm putting all the way to 0. Your Skype should also be pulled all the way down to 0. I've somehow been able to just completely obliterate
You
Skype
deleted this.
from the volume mixer, which is fine because I'd be at 0 anyways.
Who wanted it?
So, all right, so cool. We're gonna use this. Yeah, Ben, we can't quite see you yet, but so I have the
didn't
Skype
join
window. What's up? Oh, okay. Ben, you want to do an intro for yourself?
Sure. Hi, I'm Bemi, and I do casting part-time, and then I'm a full-time broadcaster, and I mainly work in the Hearthstone industry, but I love working with Broadcast.gg and all the fun Overwatch stuff they do, and I work a lot in Europe, and people think I'm European.
True story.
Awesome, thanks, Bemi. All right.
And all of them are my friends, and you're my friends now too.
Aww.
Aww.
All right, let's see here. It's routed to my mixer. Yeah, I think since Skype is already going right now, it went to a different audio device actually, which is the real answer of what happened. But even though I told it, all right, I'm gonna show you all a cool thing, because if you go to the sound settings window, I'm responding to Peggy in chat, which said Skype is routed to my mixer. So this is really cool. If you right click on your speakers and you go to sound settings, it'll open up this window, which looks kind of scary. But when you go to other sound options, then you can determine which apps go to which outputs. Right? And this is extremely powerful. So I try to manually override Skype to go to system, which is the same as my defaults up here. But for some reason, it's not showing, so that's fine. All right, let's get this quickly set up, and we'll take some other questions. So actually, I'm going to now also, since I don't want the audio over here, we've already muted it, I'm going to hide this scene, these audio scenes, so I can see the stuff that I want to see. Cool. So now what we're going to do is, under the drop-down of booth cameras, under Caster 2 NDI, who are we doing first? Uni, who is our first player here? Is it workshop leads pinned? Okay, so we're gonna do Rhiannon and Ari. Okay, great. So I'm gonna now go to Caster 2, which would be the color commentator. Go to properties. Can we get? Wait, we should also get the new folks as well in this Skype call, because then they can play around with it as well.
Oh yeah, I'll post a link now.
Cool.
Hello, everybody. Voice meter. I know. Qbot, that'll be so
go
that
to casting questions. The invite link is inside there.
Sweet.
Qbot, you can follow up on your beautiful other guide with a voice meter guide. Actually, Ben was the original person who was going to do that, but all right. So this is where you find out embarrassing things about your casters, which is great because it names the NDI source to your like original Skype username or something. So I know an area is Punk Rock Pixie.
Really, I'm highly offended right now.
And
I made my Skype when I was like 12. Like, I don't.
Same, yeah.
Same.
And we're gonna choose bandwidth lowest. We're gonna allow it to do on network sync. Do we want to allow hardware acceleration? Sure, let's do that. All right, great. Let's do that.
Always
See if
good.
it shows up. Boom! Look, it's Nori. What up? All right, now I'm going to allow myself to edit this by unclicking the locks. And what
I would
you'll
also
notice.
suggest.
What's that? Go ahead.
Also, I would suggest that when you join the Skype call, turn off the webcam blur thing because Skype is terrible at that, and then also mute your mic inside Skype. Also,
Exactly.
Rian, why do you have a Fortnite dancer on your screen?
What do you mean?
Check the Skype.
What are you talking about?
All right, well, we'll check him out. We'll check him out when
Talking
he's
about.
when he's in there. Nekra and Bemi, I don't think we need you quite in this Skype yet.
Okay, that's what I figured, but
set you
we're
up
gonna
there.
double check. No worries.
Yeah, thanks for asking.
Do you
So
want us to just hang out in the back right now?
yeah. If you can
Okay.
hang out, that'd be cool. You can just watch the stream. We're not streaming with delay here, which hopefully is okay.
Word up.
Should the producer workshop people be joining the Skype call too?
Yes, because then you can grab their NDI sources and you can play with this.
Wait, what channel are we doing this on?
We're on.
BGG.
Our setup is on BGG.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Oh,
Give me
no.
one moment.
no.
Give me one
Why
moment.
did you just give him?
Oh no, he's gonna bring out the Minecraft setup.
Yeah. You already know. You
Alright, cool.
already know.
So what I've had to do for the new producers as well as everyone that is watching this as a VOD is I've had to unlock both these locks on Caster 1 and 2 NDI, as well as booth cameras, which is the group that it's in, booth cameras. And then I had to right click on this and unclick locked preview. So we have a lot of ways to where you don't want to accidentally move it. All right, so this next part's pretty crucial. I click on Caster 2, and then I edit it. Within here, since I'm only selecting this, it'll only move this element. All right, so Qbot and Uni, you probably have had a situation where you don't do that. You click on the group, you move one, and the other moves too, right?
Oh no, I just
It's
have
some
everything
bug.
locked on my end,
Okay,
and then I just usually unlock the one thing I need.
gotcha. All right, well, it's always good practice to click on the one thing that you want to change and then go and change it. So what am I going to do
OBS
now?
doesn't have an undo.
Yeah, OBS doesn't have an undo. Exactly. I'm going to hold Alt and then left click. This allows me to crop. Right? So you can see there's a Skype watermark. We may or may not want to have that showing. So I'm holding Alt and I'm clicking in the corner and I can drag to crop out as much or as little as I want in this video. So we're going to crop that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to expand it so that we can get an area into the spot that we want it to be. Maybe recenter it. And now, of course, I have the excess on the left side. I'm going to crop that. If you wanted to crop some off the top as well, as long as you have some space in the bottom, you can do that. And there we go. Now we have Murray and the cam.
Welcome to my dynasty.
Oh no. All right, I'm scared
no.
now. We're gonna add in Matthew Miles, which is
I have a
That's
quick
me.
question.
Yeah, go ahead.
When I go to the properties of the Caster 2 NDI, it tells me there's no properties available.
Have you installed the NDI plugin inside OBS and installed the NDI built-in framework?
Don't believe I have.
Check the handbook; they have all the links in there.
Yeah, we have links as well. I didn't show the installation of that, which is true.
Well, you have to restart your PC if you did that.
Yeah. Oh gosh. All right, cool. So now we're gonna. Okay, Rian. We're gonna crop Rian now. So I'm clicking in Caster 1 NDI. I'm gonna crop out the Skype logo, and now we're gonna drag it here. I think we want to get it right up nice and close to that desk. Let's just.
Oh my god, Rian.
I can't actually see my screen with these on. It's like it's really weird actually. It's like phasing in and out of existence.
It's probably for the best.
Yeah.
It's quite terrifying to behold.
I think this is probably about as much as we want to cut out. So now I'm holding Alt again here, holding Alt still, and there we go. He's relatively centered. Then
Oh,
click
Rian, you're
Caster
the
1
best, dude.
I'm gonna center it left to right with respect to
Yes,
his
I am.
desk there,
Yes,
and we'll
I
just
am.
go ahead and expand it out a bit. And the great thing about how we have these frames is that they have some thickness to it, so you don't have to be exactly perfect when you're doing cropping. Otherwise, and so this NDI tool is really powerful because otherwise we'd be screen capturing Skype, which we did for almost an entire year. and
Mhm.
it's not as nice. Because then when I want to go and say, hey, you know what? Maybe we don't want to see all this Minecraft stuff. We're just gonna see Nary twice. So I can go to the drop down, click on Nary, and boom.
Double
We got,
nail.
whoa. Okay. It took on the cropping of the previous one, so we'll just go back. So maybe we do need some play-by-play after all. There we go. Alrighty. So we got our scenes. Now I'm gonna go to my stream deck here and just set things up. Uni, you sent me something about your trumpet.
Yes, the
Oh, is
OG
this just for
tool.
default things?
No, it lets me right-click any source and move it to another audio source, all in the sound control drop-down in the taskbar.
Okay, makes sense. Just to update everybody, since a bunch more people joined here, what we're going to be doing. Do we post a schedule to anywhere that everyone can see?
Oh, did I not get? I didn't hit
I
enter.
don't know if we did.
I had
Okay.
it. I had it in my thing.
Ah,
I
gotcha.
didn't press enter.
Gotcha,
How
gotcha.
could I forget to press enter?
Go and press enter. So what we're gonna do is our games will start in approximately 20 minutes. We're gonna first have our let's see here. I'll do this one. We're gonna have the veteran casters do some casting first because I want this to be primarily for me to talk through how we produce, right? What is the mindset around that, and how I do free cam. What are we looking at? So that way, on top of their casting, on this main stream, you're going to hear producers asking questions, me talking through what I'm seeing, me asking questions of the producers. And then that way, from this computer, I will also stream to BGG2. And so that'll be the produced stream, ideally. We'll see if we can get the audio routing to work right, where you don't hear me on the other stream. So yeah. Let's see here. So okay. So first is going to be the veteran casters for an hour, and then after that hour, we're going to start mixing and matching to where I see we have Armstrong here. We have how do I say your name? Steidel?
Steidel, yeah.
Like title, but with a sh in front.
Mm-hmm.
And Goopy Noopy. Welcome. So what I want to do is have you cast alongside a veteran caster, so that we can have someone who really understands what their role is, and then we can get you some feedback along the way.
Alrighty, I am also currently installing the NDI. I did not do that.
You don't need to install NDI.
Oh, I don't need to?
Since you're a caster, you don't need it.
Oh, okay. Well, then never mind. I'm not doing that anymore.
I did post in chat. I don't know if you saw that.
All right, great. So here's what I'm gonna do is I'm going to now I have these. This is Stream Deck. The UI. I have a physical device in front of me for this, and so I'm gonna configure so that I have on the stream that's going out. You will see not only what I'm pressing, but I'm gonna show a webcam of my setup of my keyboard and whatnot too. But we'll do that in a little bit. But I'm gonna set up so that I have this reference our in-game scene. This will refer to our casters, which is duocam casters. So if I go back here, I'm gonna click on that's in-game, and I'm automatically switching because of our stream deck. Ooh, all right, cool. We'll pick a 4 maps map pool 4 from. We have to select this community first. All right, and then we'll do that. Click on that. Ooh, and then team B. This will be the left team, and that is team 2 from the right team.
The effect is ruined.
What's up?
Rian left his desk.
Uh-oh. There we go. Oh wait, this is team 2. This should be team 1. So these will be the main scenes that I have. I'm gonna turn this on as well. This will allow me to mute my desktop sounds to the audience. So this is actually probably one of the most important things here. So again, I within my OBS, I have to select, so the stream deck, I have to select the collection, which corresponds to the scene collection here. We're in community. And my naming convention's weird because the way that my audio interface works, which is a Go XLR, which you do not need to buy for this, it's pretty fun though, is that everything's coming in through a mic source. So let's actually go through some quick mic settings as well. And again, for the new producers, please slow me down if you have any questions. But I'm going to go under output. I'm going to put 5,000 kilobits per second because I know I can handle that. I know for me, I actually can run NVENC. So I'm going to leave it on this. Just simple is fine for when you're getting started. If you do advanced, then you can mess around with these. Be very careful when you're messing around with encoder presets. Just generally don't go past medium. It's less work on your CPU the higher up in the list, ultra fast. It's kind of weird. It's a little opposite what you'd think. Slower is the most work that it's very taxing on your CPU. But for me, I know NVENC is something that's good for me. I have a 1080 Ti, very fortunately. So I'm going to turn off advanced encoder settings for this example. So okay, let's see here. Let me know if you have any
Me?
if we need to get, like, if the games are going sooner or not. And...
DM, I'm taking care of all that.
Okay, thanks.
I'm just gonna post my B tag in the important channel. Add me, because then I can get you all in game.
Cool. Alrighty. So I'm gonna finish walking through the hardware stuffs. For the producers, have y'all set up these settings before? Have you worked with this?
This is my first time using the regular OBS. I did set up the settings that were in the other video though.
Okay, great. So we'll walk through it kind of quickly then. Wait, sorry, who was that? Was that audio or?
Yeah.
Okay, what about you, Silent?
Yep. I've used the stuff before, so at least on most of the OBS settings.
Yeah. Have you messed around with the replay yet? Actually,
I have never used replay.
Ooh, this one's fun. Okay, we'll go over that. So anyways, I'm gonna set my streaming. At the lowest you'd want to do is 3,500. Ideally, your internet, you'll have. This corresponds to the kilobits per second of upload. So I'm gonna do 5,000 because I know I can handle that there. But then, this is extremely important for running replays. If we go to, this is the exact path you want. This is whatever drive you're in, /broadcast /scoreboard /replays. When you browse here, you'll see playlists. Don't click into that. Just keep it on this level. Okay. You can change the different file sizes. High quality or same as stream is fine. I'm gonna leave it here since I know I can do that. Actually, I'll just do high quality. Recording format needs to be MP4. And then here is where you would change the encoder. Right, cool. We're getting invited to the game. I'm gonna leave that. Everyone should just leave this on NVENC, unless you know that you don't. Yeah, you don't want to use that. Okay, great. Let's go to audio. This is the important part. Normally here, you would go and pick your system audio. So whatever device you have for your headset, right? Like your headset or your speakers or line out, whatever you want to call that, this is what you would be choosing here. And then in addition, you can select your microphone. But for me, I need to do this. Again, Go XLR, it mixes everything into something called Broadcast Stream Mix. And so I control everything through here. Let me go ahead and show system audio just so you can see the example or what we're doing here. We'll apply that for now. We'll return to it later. For video here, this is the settings I recommend. 920 by 1080 is the base canvas. And it should already have like 1280 by 720 in there for your output or scaled resolution. All right. I know I can run 1600 by 900, so I'm going to enter that in there. That's 16 by 9, same ratio. So I'm going to hit apply as well. All right. Now, for new producers, make sure you set this up in hotkeys. Have a hotkey here. for save replay. I like to do Alt Q. Yeah, so I like to do. Actually, I think I changed the one I want to do for my. I think because Q makes your camera go down, so I'm actually going to change it here.
I think you had Alt K before.
Yeah, I think I wrote Alt K. There we go. So now I'm going to go to my Stream Deck and change my save replay to Alt K. Hopefully this works. And now I'm going to, again, this is where the scene switcher is so helpful because I can just press these buttons and go to the exact scene that I want. So I'm going to go to full here. This is my replay button. It's just an image, and this is what I remember in my brain for what to click when it's replay. And I'm going to go to my scene that is instant replay. All right, so
is there any alternatives to Stream Deck, like for those who probably aren't ready to buy the hardware yet?
There is a iPad. There is a plugin for OBS that hosts a web server for your iPad. It will do the same as Stream Deck, just not as advanced. It will let you swap scenes, start and stop streaming, all that.
What I would say is if you have any kind of macro keyboard that can do macros, you can do the exact same thing. Or you can just, I think numpad numbers register differently. It's a good question though. Like how can you? What's the best alternative? Like
because there's a GitHub source on it, and I've tested it. It works really nicely.
Awesome.
I think there was also a mobile app plugin. I'll have to test that out.
That's a good question though. We should definitely note that.
If you do use Streamlabs OBS, they do have a mobile app that is almost equivalent to a Stream Deck.
Yeah, I think the issue is that since our profiles are communicated through OBS proper, I don't know how well these import over. But if you have another monitor, what you can just do is select this from the dropdown, and it'll change the scene here. That's what a lot of people do. Yeah, good question though. But this is the only hotkey we have to put in for now. And under advanced, this is another key thing here. Make sure your process priority is high. All right, this is if you're monitoring audio. Typically, I would say if you have another set of headphones, this is where you would indicate where those headphones are. So audio monitoring allows you to hear what the stream audio sounds like. So if you have music going on, then you can hear like the music playing as well as the cast, as well as the system audio. The issue that happens to when you are monitoring on the same channel as your speakers, it might double the audio. So that's something to watch out for. So since for me, this is essentially like I have another set of headphones plugged in, I'm picking that set of headphones to go to. And the other key part here. So yeah, do any of you, any of the producers, do y'all have headphones that you want to use to monitor?
I only have one set of headphones.
I only have one set.
Yeah, no worries. This is a more advanced thing. But just for the guide, I guess, for that.
So if you do only have one set, what should we change that to?
Yeah, so what we would do is you go to Edit, Advanced Audio Properties, and then you would select each of the audio channels that you want to monitor and output, or just monitor, and then change the settings here. Right, so you can say, all right, I'm going to monitor and output my desktop audio and my microphone. And you can actually, can you hear me doubling right now, actually? Yeah. So that's because, or I can hear myself twice, because it's going through my microphone and I hear myself again. So I'm actually going to turn that off. All right, we're going back to settings here. The last part of advanced that's important is this.
So
yeah, go ahead.
What are we setting those settings to?
Yeah, so I would say since you're not monitoring, we'll write up something to describe that a lot more. Since you're not doing audio monitoring, you don't need to touch that. Just leave everything as monitor off for now.
Okay.
All right, great. So under recording, make sure your file formatting is called replay. You type this in, replay.
Yep.
And that overwrite file, if it exists. Go ahead.
Let's see. That's recording. We're under advanced, right?
Under advanced now, yeah.
I've had issues with that where like my files get replaced.
They do. They are intended to.
So just remember after recording to rename the files.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the really, really big thing to watch out for. If like for me, if you're recording the match as well as doing the replay buffer, the next time you hit start recording, it will overwrite whatever you just did. I lost like 2 matches because of that one time, like 4 hours of broadcast that we couldn't do live, and I was really upset. So don't do that. Okay, so yeah, that's something that's a really good point to bring up. So thanks for doing that. So under replay,
Yeah, because I lost half of a match for that.
Oh no, yeah. This is what we like to do is set up a test stream. If you can't broadcast it live for whatever reason, also stream if you can, because then that allows you to have like a backup, so to speak, right? If that streamed VOD is
I
saved.
did that. I used I think I used a Twitch leecher because it was something I produced. So I just pulled out the video.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, cool. I'll set up this later. Okay, cool. So then the last thing is, if you have to do a stream delay, like normally when you have an actual game going on, we'll turn this on. We enable it. 180 seconds is the go-to. It's 3 minutes for how much your stream should be behind. It's good to keep this locally, because when you're a partner, yes, you can use a dashboard delay, but there's less control, right? I know I can, if I hit stop streaming, I can actually also kill it locally too. But if it's sent off to Twitch and it's on the dashboard delay, it'll just actually still broadcast it. But if I make a mistake or something, I can just kill the stream straight out. It won't like still send the delayed version locally.
What's the average on a natural Twitch delay? Because I think even when
Anywhere
I start,
5 to 10 seconds.
Oh, okay. Then I have something wrong on mine, because I think I have a natural delay of 20.
It may be that high as well. It depends where your streaming server is, where your ingest server is. So, because it takes time for it to get to the server and then for it to be processed. I don't know if it should be that high, but anyways. All right, cool. Well, I'm going to blast through this. I'm turning off stream delay here. I'm going to hit OK.
Or you know what? I think it's because I think it's 10 seconds naturally, but then like 20 seconds if I try to watch Twitch chat on my phone.
Oh yeah, mobile is much longer of a delay. Much longer.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Good question though. All right, so we can see that they're in game right now. So my FPS is low for some reason. Let's see here.
Fucking die.
Whoa.
Sorry.
What are you? Are you role playing Reaper now?
Trying to kill Uni, but he's playing Brig.
So here's let's actually do let's do a mic check right now.
A normal game?
No, let's do a mic check. So here's what
Brig is like Jesus.
So I'm gonna have everyone be quiet except for the Rian. Let's start with you, and for everyone to know where I'm gonna try to bring them up to is you can see my microphone here. I'm getting into the yellow a little bit, so that's the negative 20 decibels, but I'm not ever getting to the red or even like really close to it. So that's what we're gonna try to bring Rian up to, and in order to do that, I'm gonna use Discord as well. The most important thing for to watch out for with your talent is if you go to your sound settings, device properties, under your microphone, there is this little slider in here that looks like this is messed up. This is bad. Never beat 100. This is something that we've just kind of found out by experience. If a caster's mic is at 100, it means that it'll often peak. So I'm going to bring this all the way down to normally, actually, for me, I think it's been fine, but always, I would say, have your talent start out at around 80 of their chat mic level. Right? And something we'll detail out more when we have that. And when you're hearing for peaking, peaking, I mean, it's like crackling, right? There's like, it's too loud for the microphone to be able to capture and send out that audio without it being distorted. So right now, let's go ahead and have Rian. Can we have you do an intro for yourself? And yeah, keep talking.
Okay. So this is just normal sound check, basically?
Yep.
All right, well, I just want to let everyone know that there's a special place in hell for people that play Diva and Brigitte in free-for-all, and currently we have 2 people in this lobby that are playing that. Only Capgiano and I, we are the only ones that are that are actually men of culture. But you got Uni over here playing Diva. Nari's playing Brig. I can't even believe this, honestly.
All right,
You know what makes me
can we
want
get
to
some
do?
hype? Let's get some hype.
It makes me want to just scream and yell because I hate this so much. It's not even fun. Listen, I haven't even played Overwatch in
All right,
months,
thank
and
you.
the first thing you do
We're
is you
done.
put me in a
We're
free
good. We're
for all.
good. We're good.
Diva.
Thank you.
Brig.
Thank you. All right, cool. So what I was doing there is I'm adjusting my. First I had my for everyone else it's going to be desktop audio. I would leave that at like -1 decibels or so by this slider here on OBS. But then I adjusted Rian so that he's getting into that a little bit into that yellow on his normal speaking, and then into the hype he was not hitting the red, so that's good. All right, cool. So Nary, let's have you now. Intro
Alright,
for
so
yourself.
I would just, yeah, this is me. We're also playing the FFA here, and I would just like to point out that I picked up Brig because A, you needed it first, and B, Cap is like a GM soldier that's just absolutely wrecking me. So this is the only way that I could potentially attempt to get some kills on the board. So Rien, you know, stop crying. No one cares.
Feels bad.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna bring up Neri a little bit more here. So what's important too is I'm sound checking without the Overwatch going on in the background. If I brought that in, it changes it, right? So you want to sound check without Overwatch going in the background just to get their levels in the right spot. This makes sure that they're going to be loud enough to be heard on stream. Okay, cool. So now we're gonna bring Overwatch in. Normally, I would be on our mixer here. Let me control it in here. See how I can drag the mixer, and this is where voice meter is gonna help for some people, for most people. If I bring that up, you can hear it. If it's down here, it's dead. Right. So now I'm looking for the audio for just the game sounds itself. Let me go to a POV. Man, my frames.
I know my frames were weird too. I don't know what it was.
I don't know what's going on.
They're okay now, but it was weird.
I've got you in my sights.
This is where I would normally do. Let's go ahead and do the task manager. Maybe because I'm duplicating things.
Health restored.
Huh, not sure.
Are you talking about Overwatch frame being bad?
Yeah.
Yeah, this recent update really killed the frames. The archives.
Let me just kill some things on my computer. Oh, wait. I think it's also that I'm duplicating my my monitor as well. Maybe turn on reduce buffering. Let's try that. Video. All right, how for the new folks, audio and silent. How is it going with the settings up to this point?
So like frame rate wise?
Yeah, your frames, just how your setup looks.
Yeah, so my frames are really nice right now. The only thing I haven't figured out is that whole NDI thing. I downloaded all the files, but it's still not showing any properties.
Okay.
So I think I might have messed that up somewhere. But other than that, I think I'm pretty much set up.
That's why Fair's ult is trash.
So, cool. Let's do a little troubleshooting for that while I set up my camera so that I have on the stream. You guys can see my hands.
Okay.
I'm gonna kill the system audio here. Great. So, any questions from chat as well? I know we have a handful of folks watching along, but until then, let me show. Are you watching stream, by the way?
Yes.
All right, cool. So one thing to remember is when you have in your settings, you're gonna go to the Skype window and then go to settings and make sure that under calling, yeah, under advanced, you allow NDI usage here.
Okay, yeah, that was not checked.
Okay, go ahead. So great. So turn that on, then leave the call and join back in.
Okay.
You can kill your video, by the way. Unless you... Hello there, by the way. It's fine, but... But yeah, so leave the call, come back, and then from there, you can go back to your caster's camera. So once you right-click on that, ideally you'll see a bunch of images, right? Sorry,
yeah,
a bunch of text.
I think I lost the invite for the Skype call. Where was that posted?
Let's see here. Hey, Uni, are you there?
Me? Yeah.
Yeah, where's our Skype link?
The Skype link? It's in Caster's questions. I'll post it again.
Okay, I
got buried.
Cappuccino wins.
Also, if you have any questions, I don't know, but Armstrong seems to be having issues with just Skype even being open in itself.
Oh.
Yeah, every time I open it,
Yeah.
it keeps saying that it's joining the conversation, whether it's in-app or on web. I've reset Skype multiple times. I've reset my computer. It just won't let me join.
That's...
Oh, wait.
It's really weird.
Might have been the link, because just worked.
Hey, there you go.
Hey.
Okay, I'm still, when I go to properties of Caster 2 NDI, I still have no properties available.
Okay, so let's see here. If I go to... under Caster 2 NDI?
Yeah. Yeah, when I click properties,
Okay.
it just says no properties
There
available.
might be... Do you have the OBS NDI plugin installed?
I believe so. Okay. I went to the link that was in the handbook, and I just downloaded all the files that were in there and then ran the installer.
Okay, try restarting OBS.
Restarting OBS, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll be back.
All right.
I'm honestly not entirely sure if I installed the NDI files correctly because it was a little bit confusing of how to do it. There was just the 7 files in the bottom. I clicked and downloaded all of them, and then I ran the installer that was in there. I don't know if that actually installed the files correctly to where they're supposed to go, but...
Okay.
Okay, I have properties now. Okay.
Oh, okay. See, all I gotta do is go, I have no idea. I'm really think about this, and then it works. So there we go.
There you go. So let me...
How is a Doomfist supposed to get kills in these trying times?
Okay, when I select any of the Skype names, though, nothing actually pops up. So the screen just remains blank.
Just click OK after that. It doesn't show up necessarily in the window.
Oh my gosh, there's so many Pharaohs. This
it still doesn't update the actual box.
All right, let's see. So let's walk through from my stream right now. If you look there.
Let me bring your stream back up.
Duocam casters.
So many tabs open. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
I don't have anything labeled NDI on my OBS, so should I just make a new module?
It's under booth cameras. If you go into booth cameras.
It might be because I have a different setup.
Oh my god.
Did I use 6.0? Yeah, I should probably... Maybe I should re-download the 6.0 package to make sure we have the same assets.
Yeah, do you have the booth? Or did you... Yeah. Make sure your scene collection... Is your scene collection say BGG Community?
Scene collection, BGG Community, yes.
All right.
I have the overlays, but not the setup, so I should probably re-download the 6.0 then.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Give that
I
a
didn't
shot.
realize. I didn't realize I was missing something. I thought I had everything in. Would explain a lot.
If I go into the Caster One NDI properties, I have all of my settings and the source name is identical to what you have there on stream. But when I click OK, nothing actually pops up in the Caster One window.
Okay. Yeah, that might be. So I think that's what's telling me is that that Skype is not. Okay, here's another thing. Let's go into your Skype window. Does it show at the top of your Skype screen? It says stop NDI?
Yes.
Okay, cool. That's good. That works. I would say let's check out the handbook again. Output settings. Let's see, NDI. NDI integration. Great. Oh, did you run these two installers already?
Yeah, I don't have community, so that's why.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have community. That's why I was missing.
Okay. Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna have to. So I'll just rerun the whole program then.
Well, if you go to, did you export it already? Like when you go to scene collection, can you see?
I'm using
BGG
an old
community?
version. That's why.
Oh, okay.
I'm using an old version.
Gotcha.
That's why.
Okay.
So I gotta manually fix that.
Gotcha.
I was wondering why I'm not seeing all the stuff you have. Oh yeah, because it went 5.9, then 6.0, which meant a full change.
Cool. All right, sounds good. Hey, Uni, what did we suggest for people to use for music? I wanted to see if I can spin something up. Let's check this out. If we were to say that if y'all had to use music, and you plugged in an external device, is that reasonable to ask for? Like a line into your computer?
I don't think I have enough USB ports.
Oh no, it'd be line in would be just a cable.
Oh.
Oh, let's do this. Let's do this. Let me see if I
I'm
can
not sure
configure
about
this.
that. Not to see it.
Actually, let me see if I can configure this. This might actually work. Because we have a Spotify playlist that I think is all Monster Cat. And that's the one that actually was even on that. Did I close this out? Okay.
Hold on, let's see. Oh, I see.
These
I just need
giggles.
the. Oh, okay. I just need to import the JSON.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Let me see if I can configure this.
Oh, I think I might need to. In the files for the NDI, it does say that I need to reboot my computer to make a newer update.
Feel free to do that now. Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that really quick.
So that would probably mean I have to restart as well.
Okay. Yeah, go for it. We'll see you back here.
Yeah, once I get the once I'm done with OBS, I'll restart. Because it needs to be full restart, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know if I want to figure out this on the voice meter stuff right now, but for the sake of the guide, what I'm doing here is we're gonna have a Spotify playlist ready to go, and so I think these songs we've said that these are like Monster Cat, so they should not be flagged, but you should be whitelisting your Twitch channel anyways and YouTube channel, so we do pay for that. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna set the output of my music Now, this is something with that in voice meter. We're gonna make a guide for this, but this puts it so that Spotify is only going to the music channel, right? This is almost like it's a completely different headset, kind of making a virtual headset. And then once we get here, what I could do is create an audio input capture, and let's call this music, Spotify music. And what I'm now going to do is direct it to that music. Doesn't want to do that. Interesting. Audio input. Maybe audio output device.
I think maybe if we have a separate video on setting up audio would help. Like if we wanted to use voice meter, maybe.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. But this is the general idea of how it's gonna go.
Okay.
To where we transition here. Oh no. All right, we'll make a whole different video about setting up the audio. I think it's something that I don't want to mess around with now. That is weird. Oh, wait, what?
Are you 1 HP? Like
10.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, wait.
Come here.
So I have a quick question, if that's all right.
Yeah.
So I have Skype open. And I have the call channel on the side with the join call button. Is it safe to click that, or is that just for the casters who are currently on?
You can actually, I would say do not join that, just because it'll help everyone else's network. But normally, when you're casting, you will join that. When I ask you to join later to cast alongside, we won't need to do webcams. The webcam exercise was for our producers. There we go.
Okay.
So, yeah, good question though. So here's the interesting thing, is that on stream right now, you will be able to hear the music playing. But if you look at my OBS, you'll see I'm dragging the Spotify music down and up. So this will limit how much the stream actually hears it. Right? So if you go this to 0, then the actual stream will output no music. So let's go ahead and use this for an example. So I'll pause it for now. And I'll actually lower it as well. So it's not too loud here either. So for music generally, I keep it around the -40, what is that? This is tiny. Only up to like -50 decibels. That's this one right here, to where 2 ticks in. And so you can drag up this slider until the audio gets to about there. So, cool. All right, let me set up the rest of the audio routing here, because I want to make sure I can do both. Cool. Any questions so far, or we kind of good as of now?
I do have one more question,
Yeah,
but
go
it
for it.
has nothing involving what you're doing on stream right now.
That's fine. What's up?
Do you want, like, everyone, like... Actually, I have a better way to phrase that. Do you want the casters in-game as, like, spectators? Or do you usually have them, like, watch a separate feed of the game?
Yeah, we have you in as spectators. So you'll hear... what will happen is you'll be listening to the casters, or the casters will need to spectate themselves. They'll need to be in the game itself and spectating, basically. So.
Okay. Then... Okay, that looks... Just looking on stream right now, and that look.
Oh, sorry, I think it cut out briefly, a little bit. So, for the new producers, any of y'all have Xbox controllers? Actually, I want to do a test. Neri and Rian, can you mute me? And then keep talking. I want to see if you can hear me even when you've muted me.
Just
so when
mute you in
if
Discord.
I can hear you, what's that?
Just mute you in Discord, you mean?
Yeah, exactly. In Discord. So like you can right click on me. You might be able to mute me. And then just keep talking.
Okay, muted.
Okay, muted.
All right. Keep talking.
So Rian,
okay.
how you doing, buddy?
I think they can't hear me now.
Not having a good time. Oh! Get away from me, Cap.
Same dude.
Oh my
Wait, I'll freeze him, I'll freeze him, I'll freeze him.
I'm dead already. It doesn't matter.
All right, cool.
Oh,
It works.
I tried, I'm sorry.
This was if we can hear Mushu, right? Because
yeah, I'm
Yeah, I
talking
can't
right
hear anything
now.
if he is
Okay,
talking,
great.
so-
Perfect.
How do we know when to unmute him?
we don't.
Okay,
I guess
well,
it stays
that's
muted
good.
forever.
Hey, I'm the captain now.
Oh god.
Oh no. How could you? You betrayed me. Oh, we're done, okay.
Oh, I almost got a kill. Okay, unmute him.
Yep.
I
we're
did,
good
yeah.
now. Okay, so
there he is.
Are the new producers back yet? Let's see. Silent, I see you, and we're looking for one more.
I just restarted, so
Cool.
I
Yeah,
should be back in.
How's it going right now?
Oh.
Alright, I haven't touched NDI yet, so I don't know. Should I join the call now, or?
Yeah, sure, you can join the call. So I mean, well, the voice call itself is fine.
Oh, okay.
What was the other question?
Are we not using cams at all, or are we gonna use for like the?
Yeah, we're gonna use cams for, just to show how the stream would be produced.
Okay.
That's cool.
Okay.
All right, looks like we've got some teams going on.
Yes.
So actually, we have the whole setup. I guess this is fine that it's. Yeah, I wonder how the stream's gonna look once we're fully going on. I'm going to enter my stream key for BGG2. Off screen. Hey, Uni, are you in? Oh, Uni's not here right now. So normally what we want to do is stream with a delay, but I don't know if that defeats the purpose. Like I want you guys to be able to watch along, like have a video, have the picture of the stream up on the side.
Mushu, they're gonna snipe the stream. They're gonna stream
I know.
snipe. They're gonna stream snipe these pugs.
Dude, stream sniping pugs is actually
These
big
really
brain.
serious pugs.
That's
We
actually
all ready?
such a
Extremely
mantra.
You need big brain.
Game's starting soon. We're just getting teams confirmed.
Alright,
First map
hey,
is Kings Row.
You need. Do you know if they care about stream delay?
Scrims,
I mean,
bro.
they're gonna stream snipe these.
No,
right?
they're not. If they do, KTK will currently ban them.
All right. Well, there you go.
He already wants to strangle them all, so not much worse than that.
All right, we'll get a
Alright.
little spice on the stream. I like it.
Cool. All right. So this is how it's gonna work. I'll
treat
have
me
one.
like your coordinator.
What's up?
Treat me like the coordinators.
Okay. Got it. I'm running this through because I want to stream. I'm basically going to stream on the main channel with my setup and what my hands are doing and my callouts. But the other channel, I don't know if I can get it so that it only hears the casters, if you know what I mean. That's my one issue right now.
Games are gonna start now.
All right. Sorry, let me do this. Cool. So, producers, you're listening along, right? Silent. You hear? Okay. And then where's where's audio?
Monkey W.
Dead crab.
Oh no. All right, cool. So the way you start the stream is like.
I think audio restarted. He's offline.
Oh, okay. So this.
Let me know if
where-
anyone needs to be invited.
All right. So where's my tool?
I've been playing so much Minecraft. I tried to press space to fly up in the air.
Huge.
Oh my god. Nice.
Huge.
Wow.
All right, great. So this is our okay workshop. Cool. All right, so casters, I'm gonna count you in, and then we're just to show what the count in process sounds like, and then after that, I'm going to have you mute me, but it'll be we'll kind of break the fourth wall a little bit. All right, so this is what I would normally do. All right, casters, I'm gonna have you go on go. I will say 3, 2, 1, go. Our casters ready?
Yep.
Okay, great. Actually, let me go ahead and start streaming. All right.
My hand is it's over the mute button, Mushu. Just let me know.
Yeah, I'll let you know when. We'll do the counting process first. I'll have you do the intro, and then we'll bring it in.
Okay.
All right. I'll instruct you on it, but just treat this until I yell at you. To just how it's gonna. Yeah, what's gonna go.
Okay.
All right. Cool. Nary ready and Brienne ready.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, and go on go. And 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, what's going on? These are the NA Open Division Playoff Pugs. Just having a little bit of fun here, Nari, and we're starting off on Scrims Row, of course. Very fun.
Scrims Row.
All right, now you guys can mute me.
It's a good name for this. And taking a look at these compositions here, it looks like we are going to be seeing goats and
Resident Sleeper.
All right, so
more goats.
this is what we're going to try to do. We're going to try to listen to them, and I'm going to talk at the same time. So when you're observing, you want to make sure that you're following the attacking team as much as possible. So now I've clicked in on that person. If you don't know how to do that setting, then it's in the video. She happens to be talking about the Zenyatta already, which is great. So I'm using my 3 fingers like this. I'm putting over F7 through F12. Let's listen in.
So definitely the Zenyatta, that's the way you want to be running this goats comp.
Love this just skirmish as
Great
both
stuff.
these
We're
teams
talking
are
about
trying
Zenyatas.
to get that ult charge up, but we're just watching the Zarya's here in the
Let's watch some
Graviton
tanks.
Surge charge. Yankee Wolf
He's
is
talking
ahead.
about
Bit
Zarya's.
of an engagement there. You see
So
Mediocre
we want to
does
stay
go
in the
down on
attacking
fire
team.
strike from Dunks. Huge opportunity here for the attack. They can push
We're still
on
listening.
in. No Reinhardt means that Goats, right? They have
Maybe let's
nothing
go- we see combo
to
up on the
protect
side
them
here.
beyond Zarya
Let's go
bubbles
to
and
him.
Diva Matrix, which
Go to
doesn't really
Lucio.
do a whole lot.
Up ahead.
Blue
I might
team will
zoom
wisely
out here.
back up here. Mediocre returning to the
All right,
team.
and so you see
Might
how
be an opportunity for a recontest.
I map
I
it
think
so
they
that
will in
on
fact
my.
recontest exactly
Okay,
what
cool.
you
We're
said
gonna
with
back
the
up here.
Transcendence.
We're
There
gonna check
we
it
go,
out.
Rian.
I'm looking at the
Oh, look
Transcendence.
at that dunk, so very low there, but he's going to be
All right, I have
saved
the
by
rally
Rain's
coming up too.
Transcendence.
We're
Marble
looking to see
using
shatters.
that
We're looking at the
rally
top.
as well, giving
Mediocre's gonna
everybody
have his
armor for
first.
the sustain. Mediocre dies first again. Looks like Red Team has decided
But
to
he dies here. Okay,
and it is
cool. So
focused
we're gonna stay
Mediocre.
here.
Focus down that Reinhardt Graviton
If
Surge
attacking
out
team
from
wins, we're
Yankee
gonna go
Wolf,
into
but he dies
POV.
for
All
it
right, cool. I'm
from
going right to
Vulcan.
Reinhardt.
Beat
He has a
out of
shatter.
both
Perfect.
teams
See,
here, but
we knew that shatter
maybe
was
a
going to be
bit of-
coming.
A little bit of
if
an
attacking team
overinvestment from the
survives.
blue team. They're already down so many members, and I don't know if that was the best of
So we're gonna
choices,
stand
but
here.
Again, you know,
I might look
they're not
at
playing
Lucio for
like
help
this
in
is
the
the
cleanup
Open
too.
Division
This is where
finals.
you can do
Just some pugs for
some
fun.
some
Well, that's the
observe
thing,
some of
though.
the
You know, you were
supports
talking
as well.
about how they are focusing down mediocre, and of course Reinhardt being the spine of the GOAT's composition, having his shield up, and you put all of your resources.
All right, can you hear me? Hear me now? I'm gonna boost myself a little bit.
Along with the Zarya.
Thanks
So
for letting me
getting
know.
them down quickly is how you immediately break apart that GOAT composition, and we saw that happen.
All right, can you hear me now? Okay,
twice in
great,
a
great.
row.
Hello,
Yeah.
Intelligra.
Into contest,
All right, great.
mediocre
So
going
we
down
basically what I was
completely
talking
lost
about is we're gonna really listen to the casters. We really want to watch the attacking team, and that's something that the casters should know too. It's really important for their setups. All right, so we're looking at the ultimates on the attacking team. They have it on both sides, but we're gonna look in for the graviton from one side. If they're gonna win, it's gonna be a graviton off of that. So you hear the setup already?
Cal just built up his transcendence though, so Tyler won't really
lower
be able to
in-game.
find much in this, and the focus comes in
All
through.
right, there's a
onto
death
him,
there.
takes him out. He
There's a
uses the
lot going
graviton
on.
before he dies,
He
but
has the
gets
shatter.
shot
I'm gonna
down
stay
by
on
Cal's
him.
Transcendence. Vulcan invests in the bomb, trying to make it work.
Oh
It didn't go.
man, I should have gone to free
Catches
cam.
two members, sneaks right by the shield of mediocre.
Should have gone to
Everybody
free
else
cam
is able
there
to avoid it, however,
because there's the bomb
Blue team
shatter.
might
I
still
should have
have
known
an
that that was
opportunity to
coming.
come back from
So
this.
we're just gonna
Dance does get the pick onto Marble,
slowly free cam.
getting his,
I'm holding on to
first
slow.
Brigitte.
Otherwise, the
Dunks
free
getting
cam would
moved
be
into the
really
team.
really fast.
Barely
So I'm
escapes
holding
with
on to
just a
slow
sliver
here.
of his HP left. Here's the thing, right? The spawn advantage for the
All right,
attackers.
right. So you want to be from behind the team that you think is going to win and move forward from them, so you can see them go further on into the frame. Yeah, this is bad framing for me right now.
That's just going to be the red team winning this out because the fight went on for that long.
Okay, great. So let's go into POV and let me check out chat. Let's check out the Zenyatta.
Of course, that massive diva bomb they've managed to get to.
Oh yeah, that was huge.
In a street space where there's so little space for you to get away from it, the first
We're listening to
bomb
Niari.
that came through went over the team's head, exploded in the sky.
Let me know how the
not
balance
too
is.
much value. We had red teams come through, teeny tiny itty bitty space blows up, two people blown to smithereens, and they still have that Zenyatta ultimate and the Brigitte ultimate for a nice
So I want to check out some Lucio. He's going to be one to deny the point.
Mediocre.
All right, great.
Again with another shatter here.
Did we see the shatter?
Might find an opportunity to use it.
Yeah, Lucio's going to be the person to try to dislodge him, so I'm watching him instead.
I was just looking
See,
through Mediocre's
Dunk's going in.
there.
If you look at the upper right, it's 84%. He's pushing forward here.
That was a little bit tragic, gotta say, but
I might
Blue
show
team has to back out again.
Diva. Okay, Diva's stuffing the point.
So advantage possibly.
I'm looking at the ultimates now.
Well, yeah,
Blue
they've
team's got a lot, so I'm going to be ready to pop out into free cam.
A huge graviton
see what
surge any second.
the Reinhardt's going to be holding.
Diva though, going to be a little bit unfortunate. They're going to have to wait for her to come back.
All right, I'm looking for the grav, and then I'm ready to go to free cam right now. So I'm going to get my controller. I have R3 be what pops me into free cam. So I'm going to do it a little preemptively.
For sure, Marble's the only one who doesn't have
they might just
here. And, you know, you can
go in really fast. All right, cool. We got the grav. I'm going to position to show. Oh man, I almost lost that. The pipe almost got in the way. That's great. So we had a person behind. I'm just gonna drop in the altitude.
Good earth shatter as well.
And I'm gonna save that replay. Oh no, replay buff is not going.
Threw out the bomb as well, and it just absolutely killed everybody. Now it's just a stagger onto the point Rian to try to contest for as long as possible.
Yeah. So with goats is honestly just a lot of free cam. So you never want to do this. You never want to show like this way. You can't see the defenders coming in. So always stay again from behind the team that you think is gonna win. And as soon as the blue team, okay, great, perfect. So we think they're actually gonna win here. So I'm gonna reverse it because we actually see that the defense is gonna hold, and now I'm gonna go to someone who can do cleanup, which is no Diva. Okay, Diva's gonna kill herself. So they're chasing here, right?
And that's the unfortunate thing about how many ultimates
Maybe Vulcan Tyler's in this players. Oh, yeah, these are top 16 OD teams.
Now they've got nothing going into this next fight. They should have the grab and the trance fairly quickly.
Listen to Nari.
Team, they're looking a little bit closer to their ultimates. They're about to have a rally and an
Let's switch and break because everyone loves break.
They can hold for a little bit longer.
We have Shadow coming up from mediocre.
So
I'm gonna go to him.
And watching Nox here just sneaking up around the top.
That's big. That's big.
Rain forces
that's
to
big.
use
A lot going on. See, look how hard it is to see. I'm gonna back up.
Just for the counter.
There's a grab.
Here, Cal, waiting for that
I'm letting the Diva bomb come into the frame. Oh my gosh! All right, and I'm saving replay.
Vulcan from the top.
Ideally, this works.
Decimates blue team. This is serious. Look at this. The guy is getting better with each bomb. First he got 2, then he got 3.
So I would call for replay. I'd be like,
I can't believe what we're seeing here.
3,
he's
2,
gonna get 5
1.
next
Let's
bomb,
check it out.
obviously.
Oh no, the replay frame doesn't work.
Team wipes. Oh my.
Not like this.
He's gonna be getting 12. He's gonna kill his own teammates and himself.
Oh, this is really important. I should have set this earlier.
Down the entirety of the Overwatch servers.
That is.
Blizzard's gonna be scrambling. They're gonna be going like, what's going on? What is happening? And they'll know. That's the bomb heard around the world, but. Goodness gracious. 2 minutes for red team there. Really solid,
I gotta
honestly.
really just talk about the synergy that's going on Red Team. As much as this is a pug, these guys are working together quite
so it's important to run the replay beforehand because the frame because of my size of the video here.
They've been getting these combos off so well.
Great. So next time when I run the replay, it'll actually be in the correct size.
Struggling a little bit here, especially with Mediocre getting caught out early so often.
Right.
Sorry. Okay, we're gonna get over to spawn and check out chat. Oh, another thing too. I can set like specific points on the map that'll persist as long as I have my the same profile, so the same account. You see, I can set that. I said I did control 1, but if I hit 1, it'll actually bring me back over there. I click it again, it brings me over there really fast. All right, let's check out chat.
Well, it looks like we're just gonna be seeing a little bit more goats here. But Blue
this is actually really nice. LMAO.
To run this Hammond composition.
Let's see here. I'm just gonna skip the chatter one. It's fine. It's fine to have chatter in chat. I just want to make sure I'm not.
Well, I hope they're gonna go for like a triple or a quad DPS.
Right, cool.
It might be.
So let's see what they got.
It might be some sort of a scout.
Next time I'll really focus on what I do when it's
well
during the setup, like the rollout. All right, so we're gonna check with goats.
Well, you know, sometimes
Zenyatta is one of the early playmakers in goats, right? Zenyatta is one of the people who's gonna get the picks too. So we'll check out the back. You can also see the front line from Zenyatta's POV, but we won't always be on Zenyatta here. We see he's on the flank, so we're gonna go to the front line. I'm looking at ultimates now. Mediocre is starting to get up there. The shield is breaking on the red team, so I'm definitely feeling pretty confident about staying on them. Oh, they die here. I'm gonna go to free cam because at this point this could be the ghost on. Yeah, you see the red team is already starting to push them back. I know that because the Reinhardt's so important, right? So I'm going to free cam immediately as soon as the Rein dies on one side. But you know what? I want to remember we want to stay on the attacking team as much as possible. We want to understand if their winning team is going to win, what are they going to do? Let me know how the balance is as we keep going. Thanks.
We'll
check Nottingham again. Ooh, Zenyatta's falling low here. All right, so Diva might be on the flank, might have a good POV.
Oh, Dunks barely stays alive. Tyler with the Graviton Surge.
All right, we're looking what else is there. I don't see other ultimates here. We do have the Earth Shatter coming out. This is fine to stay on the Diva.
Those Gravitons, but you're gonna see Dunks toss down the Shatter, gets stunned out of it though, if I'm not mistaken. No, he does catch
there it
two.
is.
So Mediocre.
So this is fine for cleanup. Diva is gonna be able to do cleanup. Let's check in some Zarya play because
bomb in the back Vulcan there. This one, unfortunately,
Zarya has, of course, when they're high charge, it's fun to listen to them burn down enemies.
Blue team here push onto the point. They got the man advantage. They get the spawn advantage. They're using the Graviton Surge.
There's a bomb. We can see that.
Can they get the combo? No, they won't. It gets shut down by those bubbles, and I think the Sound Bear would have been able to keep them maybe alive, but you're going to see the Shatter come through Mediocre as a return.
Let's switch it up here.
Can't quite follow up on it, however, as
Lucio's great in the middle of a towards like as the fight starts to turn in the favor of the winning of one team. Lucio feels like a good person. I don't know what honestly. You can kind of be thinking about who have I been watching a lot, who have I been not watching a lot.
They threw out
so
the Graviton
we
might
push on
then
here.
They threw out the self-destruct, and they were kind of hoping to win off the back of that.
Remember, off this, we would think if there's really going to be a fight over here, we expect the defensive team to actually win. So I'm going to get it from behind. This is extremely aggressive. So I'm going to keep it moving slightly.
Tyler tries to shut it down with the Graviton. I'm
going to change my altitude. There it is. I'm going to come up a little bit so that I can see the attacking team.
Here. He's just chilling out, pushing the payload, having a great time, but of course that does
Shatter
mean
doesn't
that
do anything.
He is fighting at a slight disadvantage without their
cart is starting to move up. We expected, yeah, they should be winning here. Okay, I need to go fast.
Mediocre Dant was
catch up
right away. The Shatter was blocked, but they're still fighting
here. I'm gonna press F7. I want to see the Reinhardt.
Hold down that W key. That's
I probably should have gone POV a little sooner.
A lot of free push here for the blue team, but they pushed so far forward, got caught up into that grab. Thankfully, the Transcendence did keep them alive through it. But on the way back from that grab, they got hit by a massive shatter from Dunks, and it was pretty easy for red team to completely clean up that point. Now,
so we do see a bomb here.
The only ultimate we have
Let's listen for Nari.
Is Vulcan self-destruct. We do know how potent those can be.
All right.
Blue team are really going to need to watch out for that. They've got
I don't know where they're going to bomb. I don't know if Vulcan's going to go for the Kobe.
Again, just kind of an awe here. Look at Cal. Built up that Transcendence instantly. It had about 20%. He got it in like 2 seconds. So
I'm ready. I'm ready to go to free camp.
From him so far. Tyler with the Graviton Surge. Spooty though does get the
first it out. I knew they're going to put it down. Didn't quite get the right spot.
Here. Gets knocked.
All right, it's even right now.
Shatter comes out. Mediocre knocked down flat on his back.
I put myself in a position I can go behind any team which wins. Let's go in the POV though. Let's check out Tyler.
Doesn't quite want to use it here. Save it.
Again, Zaryas are fun to watch.
Kind of already lost.
Get a little.
Yeah,
I was gonna say we can do a little brig action.
Investment of ults here, but overall red team looking very strong, and you're absolutely
Great.
right
All
about
right. So
Cal.
again,
I must say,
we want to
his
stay on the
overall
attacking team,
placement, and of course, the way
unless
that
you
he
really.
drags out, you don't really see him much in the kill feed.
It's not like a permanent rule, but it's just because I had a feeling that the red team was gonna win there, right? Because they had the ultimate up and they had a really good setup.
It's massive. So we're coming into this next fight with almost 6 ultimates for blue team, whereas red team, they've got 2 defensive ultimates. They can potentially defend against it. We're going to engage with the rally. Hopefully blue team can push.
We're looking at Mediocre died. I was about to switch to him. Yeah, this is all right. Here's another technique. You can go third person.
You know,
and then look in a direction that's different from where they're going. That didn't look very good at all, though.
That's not how it works in the real world.
Unfortunately not. Wouldn't that be great? And the other thing about her...
No, it wouldn't. It would not be great. That would suck.
Maybe for you, but as a brig lover, I think that would be a lot of fun. Stop killing my dreams.
Heathen.
Oh, I have the scores wrong.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm gonna make it in workshop.
Oh gosh. Oh goodness.
I don't know what's going on.
Please don't.
All right, let's look for the grav.
Well, you're seeing blue team.
We're gonna go grav bomb and then maybe go free cam.
On the board for them. Dunks comes in with the shadow. Doesn't quite get anything.
I popped out there. Okay, it's a little too high.
Like that from the blue team.
I'm gonna let the D.Va bomb drop into frame.
Unfortunate. Bomb comes out from Vulcan. Doesn't quite get anything here. Mediocre with
the
counter shatter. Vulcan
not a bad
down
shatter.
on the ground.
We'll get this. We'll go into Mediocre's POV.
Out of his mech. Finally they do, but took him just a little bit. Yankee Wolf will be the one to do
some brig.
that. But Mediocre
some brig
so
love in
very
chat.
low on the opposing side. But that's kind of an as usual for him. He likes to live life on the dangerous side there as Dunks
I don't know
goes
if the
down
I don't know if the
himself,
FPS looks okay on the
gets stunned up
stream.
and finished off himself. There
But
you go,
right
Yankee
now,
Wolf with the double.
I'm struggling.
And blue team will finally get some progress going on this point.
And they had to burn through almost
We're gonna see
every
Zarya lob a
ultimate they
couple
have and
charge
full
shots
circle almost all the way to yet another set of ultimates. So they're really burning through their ults to try and make some progress here. And of course, with just a few seconds left to get to that second checkpoint, there is actually still time for the red team to contest if they get here quickly enough. They don't have any ultimates though, so they might
ultis. There's a grav.
Grav is gonna keep
check it out.
Whip shot goes out onto Mediocre. Just
so look how hard it is at the POV, especially when there's grav. That's why free cam. I personally really like free cam. I'm kind of stuck here. I don't want to switch about face in the middle of it, so I'm just being cognizant. Oh, there we go. Now, see, I'm putting the camera off to the side because I think blue team's gonna win it.
It's not looking too good for the red team.
Let's go some POV here.
Transcendence though from Rain. I'm not sure if I like that, but. So that will be a little bit of an edge
my
for the blue
FPS just
team
looks
in
really rough
terms
right
of
now.
the economy, which they have kind of struggled with.
Yeah, we had Mediocre, or rather we had Dungstrada Earth Shatter, and it didn't get too much value, and then we had the counter shatter from Mediocre, and after getting 2 kills, then only did we see the Transcendence from Rain. I think he still had to finish building it up, which was a little bit unfortunate, so they have burnt that. They do still have the beat and the rally though, so it's not looking too bad coming into the
we see a grav on the other side. There's a grav.
Could get some
free cam.
Grav out here.
See Mediocre get
caught into it. He gets a bubble, stays alive,
stuffed,
but not for long. As soon as that bubble expires, so does he.
Let's see where they decide to go here. I mean, honestly, they should be.
We've talked
blue
about
team
this
should be
so many
pulling
times
back
by now. Once you lose your Reinhardt, you've basically lost the fight already.
Pretty much. And with just under a minute left to try and get that 3rd point, things are not looking great for the blue team here. They've got 2 ultimates.
They're
ready
grav.
for that grav bomb.
Yep.
They've also got the Transcendence. They can engage with that.
We're looking for the grav bomb.
Hard engage.
Yeah. With grav bomb, this is a lot of work. Ooh, I might let it sit on that.
You hate to see it.
They were just talking about it too.
He just took all those orbs of destruction to the face and. Well, he's gonna have to wait a little bit to respawn, and they've just been staggered so hard here. First it was Cal, then Yankee Wolf. I mean, they have 4 ultimates.
While they're going in, let's check out some Lucio. They'll be speeding in, and then we'll swap over to.
Oh! Use them in the first place. Dunks almost goes down, so very low. And Dantuous will finish him off. Bomb out from Vulcan. Doesn't get anything this time.
Where's the grav? We're going for the grav bomb.
Maybe he expended all of his energy after hitting those massive ones, and just can't on the defense. You never know. Yankee Wolf there gets marble, knocks bottles up. And gets
wow, Nox popping off. We'll switch to him.
Boops Vulcan into the pit if I'm not mistaken. So, hey, who says Lucio's not a DPS?
Well, we are down into the overtime clock, and this is where
grav
things get
again, grav bomb
spicy.
again.
Blue team do still have 4 ultimates online, so it's looking good. Red team, however, they do.
I think I'm just gonna look at the D.Va positioning.
So they can sustain through anything that blue team throws at them.
Graviton.
Do or die, Rian.
Yeah, Nox only about 50% to that Vulcan knockdown.
There it is.
Can he
We'll
get booped
cap
into the
this over the
pit?
top.
He's able to
Ooh.
escape it in the nick of time, but almost got booped in there. That would have been a massive pick.
So I want to see
Scooby,
the rest
though,
of the team,
does
so we
get
can see the
bomb
flank
marble.
happening.
Yankee Wolf and Dant was down, though.
I'm gonna try to
They've
keep
got a long
moving.
walk
Oh,
back from the spawns
here we go.
Nox goes down to Tyler, who is just on
Yeah,
a
his red team's
killing
gonna win
spree
here.
right now.
So
The
we'll use the
absolute
Diva
maniac
in
finds
frame,
Mediocre as well.
and then we'll
it's
swap
just
it,
the
right?
Diva
Remember,
left
we
on the
want to
point
see
who is not
if
long
the
for this
reinforcing
world, and
forces
that
are going to
will
come in.
be Red team, they are the winners here. And blue team, I don't know, you know, what's going on with them?
The problem that they're having at the moment is definitely one of a lack of coordination and overextension. We
Yes,
see that a lot with Mediocre. He kind of runs into their back line and does some really weird things. Oh,
All right, then I'll make a caster's call usually. Oh, this is just a score here.
Especially in that last fight, they
King's
became
Row.
so split up, and somehow Mediocre found himself in the back line. And a flanking
Again, I think red team
Reinhardt,
won.
it can work, but
1, 2, 3,
it's not
1,
the
2
ideal
completed. We're on
playstyle
map
for a
2.
Reinhardt. So they became quite split up then. It was really easy for the red team to just pick apart and get those quick one-by-one kills, which just completely shut down anything that blue team tried to do. And it really does. I've mentioned this a couple times. It comes down to that coordination. We saw the layered support ultimates as well, and that you don't want that. Graviton Surge goes through. You normally save your support ultimates for certain things. So you might save the beat for Earth Shatter, and then you'll save the Transcendence for the Graviton Surge. You don't want to be layering those support ults on top of each other. So blue team definitely needs to be looking at their coordination and try not to overextend.
Yeah. I mean, come on, right? These guys, they're open division playoff, right? Granted, they're not all on the same team, but I expect better. These guys should be ready to beat Vancouver Titan. No, not even Vancouver, not even Runaway. They should be expected to beat Eagle Gaming right after this match.
All right.
I was waiting for that.
Good stuff, y'all. Am I muted now, TL?
Yep.
No,
Yay.
you're good.
All right, cool. Thank you for that. Let's see here. So I'm just looking at a question chat. How'd y'all feel about or any questions, I guess, for the folks riding along here?
Game 2 is going to start any second now, by the way.
Okay. Nice. All right, we have a question from chat, though, from Silent. He says, I have one question to ask about. What if a team dies every time? Do you still go back and follow them? It is not... Okay, so if you think a team is just going to keep getting stomped, like, you kind of give them a chance, but then you can only watch, like, a dying team so many times, right?
So yeah, like Hanamura, like, when they keep getting stomped at, like, a push.
Exactly, yeah. So, okay, let's see here. Yeah, you could basically, like... I would say if you really, really think a team, like on the defense or defending a point, is going to win it out straight out just because of their ultimates or whatever, like really actually listening to your casters is the best answer I have for this. If depending on what they're talking about, if they're kind of saying like, this is how the team would win if they're going to win versus like, all right, this other team's going to dominate, right? You'd follow the dominating team, or you'd follow the perspective of the team who you're hoping is winning in a way. Let's see here. I've been more hesitant about following attack again. Sorry, I'll throw it back to the casters. I'll have you guys meet me again soon. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think that covers it for the most part. Okay, cool. So casters, I will, go ahead and mute me again and y'all can get going.
All right. So Mushu is muted, and the teams are coming out of their spawns, Nari.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to be seeing
Cool.
some
We're kinda picking one side.
goats from the red team, which I absolutely love.
So talking about the red team, so we're gonna follow this.
Those choke points and,
we're gonna see.
Problems for enemy teams.
Remember to keep the toggle on third person ready to go.
Seeing that,
We're already on May.
The double spam of the Hammond and the Farah, along with a nice little Sombra there to be getting off tons
So it's
of
kind of
hacks
unlucky.
and
They're talking about the other team.
Yeah, dude, Torbjorn's really good right now.
So talking about Torbjorn. Depending on how this fight goes,
where his molten core can get a lot of value.
We'll see how this goes.
You're seeing Dunks here swing around. Blue team does get
all right, we're looking at Dunks. Dunks is the ball. So let's go ahead and go to free cam.
Knocked outside of the point, but
So there's a question in chat about, is this what OWL does? It sounds kind of similar. I'm trying to show my thought process. So their comms sound closer to like almost like a team. So it would sound almost like this if our multiple people, right? You'd have certain people focused on different perspectives.
Yeah, not too much support.
Like you usually have like 2 free cam, 2 POV people, and so the director might say, "Hey, can I get a POV on the May?" And it'd be like, "Great." And then they'll go say, "Okay, I'm on May." And then the other person might say, "Oh, okay, Marble has Rocket Barrage ready to go," so they might switch this up. And then the producer would be like, then they'll switch, right? So the producer has like 4, or the director rather has like 4 different POVs in front of them. They can choose between them, but they'll make calls for what they want POVs of. So this what I'm doing right now is really important for you to be able to think through as an observer.
Dunks just gets barely booped off the high ground.
So EMP Rocket Barrage, normally you'd expect that to be a little bit better coordinated because then, I guess they delayed it, they can do this, right? After the EMP, all right, I'm going to save the replay there, and I'm on to the free cam. I'm going to check it out. All right, we'll go into Tyler because, I don't know, Torbjorn's fun, right?
So I mean...
So it's just like comms. It'll be like, because the director can't like look at everything, right? They have it's a whole team. It's like, oh, one of the best calls is when there's like a sniper. They say they make this call called rope. It means that the widow's going up. It's very quick. It's 1 syllable rope, and then the director will like switch over. That's why sometimes you'll get those calls of like they'll switch over just in time to see your Linkster get a headshot. Like I was fortunate to be backstage to kind of hear how that went on, and it was so satisfying to see. That was during Double Sniper.
Red team looking pretty damn
cool.
strong.
So I kind of went brain dead because I was talking about that. So let's go ahead and kind of reset ourselves mentally. Attacking team here. We're gonna follow them up.
And with that good early pick off,
let's listen to the casters.
That's gonna really open up the point for them and give them a chance to push it.
You know they have a grav.
Yeah, Dunks there just trying to heal for his Zenyatta Brain, who's forced to use his Transcendence, just a little bit too much damage. Got a little bit scared, you know, I get it. But Tyler pops down the Molten Core on the point. Graviton surge out from Yankee Wolf. Doesn't
control is really hard to observe. All right, let's check out the monkey.
Still looking to hold on here for Dunks. Pile drives, but misses the ledge by just a little bit, so he's not going to get anything. Double kill out. Blue team does flip the point right back. Marble finds Dan to his Vulcan, picks up Mediocre.
Main tank in season 16.
Here's an opportunity as Tyler gets res back from the dead for the red team to get back in, get back
going to the wrong. I keep getting caught up in the debris or the stuff around.
You see that right there? We got a hammer kill, ladies and gentlemen. Tyler,
there we go. So we're talking about him. Sometimes I do this. I'll do a third person, and we'll look at him in the front. We're kind of revealing him.
2 beautiful turret kills and some nice hammer kills as well. Interesting that they let
so this is that question.
Over, but I suppose
who do we follow? Let's listen to the casters.
Winning the fight. Now you don't want to give up too much percentage.
Here's the
so
combo.
they did come
EMP
back
barrage.
quickly enough.
Let's see what Nary talks about.
And they do realize that going into this next fight, I mean, this is last fight territory, and coming into this next fight, they have 4 ultimates. They're not too worried. They just want to make sure that they don't.
Talk about the combo. There it is. There's a rocket barrage. We knew to swap there. I should have been on third person of that. We'll go ahead and show that replay.
Blue team, but because they died so quickly, they do have a chance for a recon. Actually, I might eat my words there.
All right, cool. We know that it's going to be
creeping out on the outside. He's gonna
Dunks. All right, we'll show the point here.
Not enough. Oh, okay, he does.
All right, we're gonna show. All right, who's reinforcing here?
Mediocre trying to get in, bottled up by Tyler. And
yep, we want to show the point. We want to see if they can reinforce.
So unlucky. Nox was going for the beat contest and he got hacked before he could beat.
Yeah.
How does following the attacking team rule apply to control? It's almost like,
you said, he did
oh yeah, it'd be the team that is trying to take back the point.
Wasn't long enough for Mediocre to get back onto that.
The team who has the point is the defenders
he then
technically.
got kind of blocked out by the Torbjorn. And
all right, if I'm calling for a replay in between, I might be like,
and yeah,
let's actually do that
easily, and that does just go to show the power of that triple DPS composition. You saw it first in China.
So I just told her in chat because I don't know if you'll be able to be like replay, EMP barrage.
Just about everywhere. It is such a strong composition to be running against Goats because of the immense amount of spam damage that comes through. It really does a lot to disable
Xbox control allows me.
When you're running it with
it's kind of hard to control it really nicely.
But now,
I don't know if you can see my right hand on stream. No, you can't.
Goats, but it looks like
I have a whole video about talking about this, but it allows me to like maintain. It's much smoother, right?
There's a lot of armor here.
And there's more nuances I can have to the controls. So I can have these nice slow rolls here.
Solid chunk of energy to work with there. Yankee Wolf,
oh man,
not quite so much, and Dunks will get the first kill into Dantois, and now
let's listen to play with
this is where we might kind of see a repeat of King's Row, right? Because they're playing this Goat Smear, and you saw how good Red Team looked during that Goat Smear, and Actually, there's somebody on the point. It's Nox, that sneaky little bugger.
Okay, so someone's on the point, but
just
we're
Lucio things, man.
Yep.
Trying to do that back
We're
cap
gonna-
contest. And take a look at Marble's ult charge here on that
Marble?
Brigitte, up to 95%, doing so much work.
Because Nairi's talking about her?
The closest match in ult charge is going to be Cal
Alright, cool.
on that
Let's get the free
Zenyatta
cam.
once
Let's
again.
watch
And
them
these
approach
supports are really doing
from
a
behind
lot
them.
of work, and that's really what you want to be looking out for.
Wait a minute.
You're going to be going in for another engagement.
See, this just feels nicer, right? You get to see everything that's going on with the goats, especially the dive goats.
Well, I mean, you say support,
So I'm
but
trying to keep.
Brigitte, she's
that
a
wasn't good for
flex
me.
DPS,
All right, we see him
right?
coming back.
That's what I've heard, anyways. Cal here with the.
This is actually really
Transcendence
messy for me.
Well, I mean, they've got that in the bank. Tyler doesn't quite have a graviton
cool.
surge though, so shouldn't really be a
There's a bomb that's
pressing
gonna
need to use
be coming
that.
through.
Might want to wait for that graviton.
I want to see.
or
I'm keeping in
if
my
they might see
periphery
them
where
have
the
an
blue team
opportunity to
is.
pop it out here.
The
Mediocre
shrine in the
with
middle
that
makes it
Primal
so
Rage.
rough to
You talked about it right how he gets the
observe
Primal Rage very
this.
quickly, and you're seeing Dunks doesn't quite have his, but Vulcan scores the pick on a Mediocre there, so that'll just be
There's
pretty
gonna be some
much the red
bombs and
team
stuff from the
again
opposite
winning
side.
this
I think
one.
blue team
Right, we
wins
talked about
here.
it. When you lose the
I'm in a
Reinhardt,
tough
you lose
spot
the
because I'm already
fight,
observing them. You
same
don't
thing
want
applies for
to,
Winston.
much as you can, you don't want to
And
switch
that's
teams.
interesting.
The way you
Blue
do that
team
is you go
used
back in
two
a third
ultimates
person
there.
here, like
they
this.
used the rally
Alright,
and
cool.
the primal rage, whereas
So,
red team only used their rally, so they won that fight with only one
Might do a little
ultimate. And now
F in
they
chat,
have 5
flyby of the dead
online, and
body.
that is massive for them because coming into the next fight, they are safe. The only way that they can lose this next fight is if they monumentally screw up their ult rotation. But I don't see that
I'm gonna
happening.
show-
Blue team only coming in with 3 ultimates here. 4, in fact.
Yeah, we're gonna free cam it because we already
support
expect them to
ultimates,
win.
so they can possibly engage with a
The red
beat,
team.
but it's not looking great coming into this next.
Oh, the flank shatter, but he gets stunned. Dunks almost found a huge shatter, and now
All right, blue team might win here.
Come up big, finding 2 kills.
So going to POV
oh
of
my
them.
goodness. You love
Zenyatta,
to see this
supportal
blue team
combat.
finally able to rally back, get some kills on the board, get some point percentage, but there's such a large task
Alright, we'll
ahead
go
of
back
them
onto
if
the
they wanna
point here.
keep winning out this match.
We know the cleanup can
90%
come
for red
from-
team.
You know, Lucio Diva are great for
I mean, they
cleanup.
did use a couple of ultimates there, but not a ton. What I did find interesting
Oh,
was,
whoa.
unfortunately, the self-destruct got caught on a wall and kind of flew up into the air. Still managed to get some value onto that
Calculated.
Brigitte. And red.
I bet you.
All right, cool. Yeah,
Simple
let's watch red team approach
trigonometry.
here.
Yes.
But they are coming back onto this point with 3 ultimates.
With the graviton
about to
surge.
be 4 with that
I'm a
rally
little slow there.
looking really-
See the bomb? It doesn't really catch anybody. I'm going to stay on the POV of Zarya. Oh, Zarya gets blown up.
Well,
Let's check out Vulcan.
apparently blue team was cloned and they were put all on the left side of the point.
Alright,
but
I'm
the
ready
clones
for
weren't
free
real,
cam
they were
here.
just a
I'm on the
figment
wrong
of red
team.
team's
So we see them
imagination, 'cause
flying
I don't
away.
know what that
We'll check out the rest of the
graviton surge was
cleanup.
trying to hit. Or that bomb, for that matter. Blue team just wipes them out because it's just. I'm confused. I
Hardest
could be
match to observe is
confused.
control. Anything control.
Somebody came out of spawn and were like, yo guys, they're left.
Because the fight
And
can
then
happen
he saw the
anywhere.
grab and went, no, your other left.
Right.
So
when you have an
I'm pretty sure
objective,
that's what happened.
that's
Once again,
like-
they're going to be coming into this
most
next
likely.
fight
Where
with
there's a
3
constant
ultimates.
approach, you know what I mean? It's
Don't have
like-
that combo that they were
or
hoping for,
payload.
but they
Payload
do
maps are the
have
easiest to
Earth
observe.
Shatter, whereas blue team got the Earth Shatter as well, but they do have beat and transcendence
talking
to
about the blue
help them
team.
stave off whatever red team throws at them. They do need to hold on for a little bit longer here.
rally.
The percentage isn't where it
Check
needs
this
to
out.
be
On the
yet.
approach, we'll check out this.
Dunks goes
Look
for
the
a little
beat.
bit of a ride there, flies up in the
Shatter.
air. I didn't know he had Baptiste boots, but Dunks
I had a
hits
feeling
big
he
shout
would.
out
I
to
also saw the
Mediocre. They can't
icon
quite follow through on it, but
flash.
again, layered support ultimates from the blue team. They have
Oh!
nothing for this upcoming graviton surge, 63%. If Tyler can build things up, Yankee Wolf though trying to make things
So we'll
work
go
on the
ahead and go to
opposing
free
end
cam
with
here.
the graviton surge of his own, but there's just not enough damage.
Alright,
from
anything on the blue team?
They can't
It's
follow
gonna be the
up on it.
bomb.
It's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
hard
I want to
to
make sure I get the bomb in
damage
view.
without
Nothing.
Pretty simple fight for the red team. Once they took out Mediocre, it was pretty smooth sailing. And
I hear there's
a lot of
Zenyatta
ultimates came
firing.
through, and as you
Oh,
said, that layered
unlucky.
support ultimate, not
Really unlucky.
ideal. They had nothing for that graviton surge.
We know the cleanup is gonna.
Oh,
what,
God.
what is?
Here, but
yeah.
Blue team might be bringing this
They're,
back.
they're still getting in there. Mediocre hits the shift key, gets
This is
Marble with
messy.
the charge.
Again,
but,
like I said, control is
Red
just kind
team
of a
will
mess.
eventually win it out and get the recap there. And Yankee
I wanna
Wolf
see the blue
falls in
team
opposing end. You're seeing
recontesting.
Nox move in again. He's got to be the one to contest it here. And well, it's do
We'll
or
stay
die
in free
time
cam
for
for
the blue
this.
team. They either win it here or they don't win it at all. But my prognosis, it's not looking too good for them. They don't really have a lot of their members on the
let's
point.
take
Cal
this
is
corner
very
here.
low, has to get the
On
armor
point.
pack to survive, and Dantuous, of course, puts
Oh,
that
Dunks
one
has
on
a
cooldown.
shatter. Let's go to
Booty
him.
popped out of
He's
the
gonna
mech.
use it
Cal
soon.
comes in with a Transcendence. Mediocre gets there. Can't quite block that shatter, and Spooty falls to it.
Alright, let's
which
check
is a
out
little bit
Zarya.
unfortunate there. Mediocre goes for the charge and goes down to Vulcan, and it's all falling apart for the blue team here. Really, there's not much hope they have left. Cal might be able to turn it around with that kill in a marble, but Rain and Vulcan are just gonna say nope. It's not gonna happen, not on my watch at least. Actually, Actually, if Nox can get the beat here, he can use it sustain for just a little bit longer, but All right.
Way
Hey,
too
well,
much damage.
Blue team, they did not go quietly into that night. We could say that, but they still went into the night regardless.
Yeah, and that was a pretty spicy round for the red team. The red team absolutely
Free cam's a really good.
we are gonna just check out
It's
this
a good
top
default.
zone play of the game
Yeah,
quickly
I love
here
it.
because I believe this was the turret.
You can't go. You can't really go wrong on free cam and OT.
Look at him.
Smack.
Oh.
Whoa, whoa,
Yeah,
whoa,
they
whoa,
get the
hey, hey.
teabag in there too. You get a little bit of yeah. Okay.
And speaking of
it, I
really
like
good
it.
plays, on this exact map, in fact, we saw
We
a
hear referencing it? I'm gonna pull
fantastic
it up.
play. We spoke about it a little earlier. There was the EMP followed by the barrage that got the triple kill and really opened it up
There
for
you
Red
go.
Team. Managed
See, she's
to
doing that from
get onto
memory.
that point quite quickly. So I don't know. It comes back to what
Let
we were
me
saying
cut
on
back
Teams
here.
Roll earlier.
Ideally,
The
before then,
synergy
I
and
should
the
be updating the
communication
score.
with Red Team, they're almost like an established team. Blue
Right.
Team really got to get it together. As you were saying, these are playoffs players. As much as you haven't practiced together, I mean, you know how to say, cool, I'm saving trans for grav. Don't use beats.
I'm dragging this
kind of
down.
thing.
I don't want the
So
audio
it's
coming in through
little
here.
things
Okay.
like that you need to
Okay.
figure out going into the next map.
Now we're bringing up the Scoville levels of the stream by just a little bit, making it a little bit spicy. I like it. I like
Alright,
it.
if I want to bring them back up, I'll go studio mode. I
I
want to
mean,
look at
really,
see
the best way to put it
how they're
is
looking.
blue team looks like a pug team, and red team looks
Casters.
like an actual
3,
team.
2,
Yep.
1.
So there you go.
Am I unmuted now?
Just leave it at that. I
Can
think
we
Mushi's
unmute?
probably gonna yell at us in a second to unmute us.
Oh,
I'm just going to do it now.
All right. Good choice.
yeah. Wait, I need
Hello.
kind of like a live chat. Let's just keep it in room 1 text. Hello.
Okay.
Yeah, good stuff. And what's funny was that I did the casters countdown so that y'all knew, and you almost looked like you saw, because y'all were smiling. All right, cool. All right, cool. Let's get some Nekra. Wait, Nekra, do you want to
Yes.
color play by play?
It doesn't matter. If I'm gonna be with Bemi, then I'm conflex to.
Let's do
play.
let's have you do color.
Okay.
And then actually let's do this. Let's do this. Let's start to do the mix ups. All right, who of the new casters are still here around?
We're gonna be here for a while because I'm working with OTK and what he wants to do.
Okay.
He wants to run another COF map on our server.
Okay, either way.
Okay. Is it EU or NA we're playing on?
EU. Sorry, NA.
Yeah,
Okay.
At uni. It's an announcement, so if you need it, we'll get you in.
Well,
Also,
I can.
Bush, get your mutual info updated. It says EU Day 2.
Wow, for where?
On stream. The mutual info.
Oh yeah, thank you. This is workshop. Thank you. All right, so the mainstream is going on BGG 2. Hopefully that looks okay. Okay, so I'm muted to Discord because there's a question from chat. How do you have those replays exactly? So I am creating, what I'm doing is with my, actually let's determine this first and I'll get to your question. Okay,
I'm still here, by the way.
yeah, who of the new casters want to give it a whirl?
I'll give it a whirl.
All right, play by play or color?
Play by play.
Cool. Nekra, can I have you cast with Steidel?
Of course. I've actually casted with Steidel before.
Whoa!
Yeah. I've casted both Nekra and
Big if
Bimmy.
huge.
Yeah.
Huge if big.
Me and Bimmy go way back.
All right, Steidel, can I have you speak for a bit? Have you introduce yourself?
Okay, hold on a second. Introduce me. Okay, well, my name is Steidel24. The last name, or the gamer tag is German. To help you pronounce it, get a little emphasis in there. I've been casting Overwatch since it came out. I did a lot of console casting in the early days for Overguard and CGL and Space and a bunch of people like that.
Awesome.
And now I do a bunch of casting for Owlette whenever I have the free time.
Okay, Nekra, can I have you talk a bit?
Hi, so I'm Nekra. I'm going to be casting with Steidel for this third map of the OD Pugs. I'm going to play by play. I'm going to color for this one. I'm really excited
Yay.
about that because I started with color. And hopefully that is everything that Mushu needs in order to get a good sound check. Probably
Yep,
not
we're
going to
good.
go above this volume. Excellent.
We're good. Oh, big yawn. All right, who else is looking to get some casting in later? Armstrong, are you trying to cast?
Sure. I have significantly less experience than everyone else, but it should be fun. Let's give it a go.
Well, we can get you in for a map. I would say that what I would recommend doing, what role are you gonna do? Color or play-by-play?
Which one do you suggest more? Because I'm still having a
Map is
hard
still
time.
in.
I would say start off with color then.
Color tends to be easier, right?
I think, well, it hasn't, you can start off sooner in a way, because it's like, you talk about the game, right? What do you, the question you're trying to ask is, or answer is, what is important? Can we close up Skype? Yeah, we can close up Skype.
God bless.
Yeah, my computer's not having a fun time with Skype.
All right.
Yeah, my CPU was
CPU cries in agony.
like just self-immolating itself.
All right.
Heavy breathing.
Cool. All right, I'll let you guys. So if casters, you can go ahead and actually, I'll give you a count in so that you can do play-by-play, like the intro, and then after that, you can mute me.
Okay.
All right.
Who's cast?
It's gonna be Steidel and Necra. So. Okay. Yeah, thanks, Rian and Neri. You can stick around. I might pull you in to cast alongside somebody, but and Bemi, we'll get you in as well after this.
All right, I'll mute up.
You sure? Because I don't want to be bothered.
No. Let's do it.
And then I need an invite to the game.
Oh, okay. Can we?
You do not have game. Can you send me a friend request? I'll get you in.
Yeah.
Are you running lobby, Uni?
Yeah.
I wonder if we should pause here.
Yes, pause right now as they're fighting.
Maybe after first fight.
Terrible idea.
Let's do it after first fight.
Uni, what are the letters after your name?
1537.
Boom.
Oh, I got you now.
Let me know when you're ready for the count in. All right, and until then, okay, how do you have those replays exactly? I have a hotkey.
What's your name again?
This is essentially a hotkey, but it tells, so OBS, it's running a replay buffer, this button right here, and it will save, together with this tool, it'll save, overwrite that file, and then we can have that replay go. Okay, we gotta get back in this. All right, cool. And so, Steidel, you will start speaking on go. I'll say 3, 2, 1, go. Necro and Steidel ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Alrighty, everybody, here we are on Ilios, and the action's already gotten off and kicked off there. You see Spooty and Nox meeting back up with Decree there on the Orisa. Blue team has control of the point. And Necra, why don't you gotta break down what the win factor is right now for Red Team?
Well, Red Team's gonna want to go in and disrupt right now, but they're starting things off with a wild Transcendence.
Not only a Transcendence, but the Dragons and the Deadeye are gonna come out as well. Cal able to pick up Marble on that kill, losing that Brigitte, a vital member of that GOAT team, as Yankee Wolf decides to continue the carnage here. Combo Dunks and Rain, however, looking to tip the scales back in their favor as the res comes through from Nox.
Nice.
Looks like we've got a little bit of a reset here, so I guess Blue Team is doing just a little bit too well. But, you know, something that's really difficult about what the setup looked like on Ilios is that once you've got that bunker set up there, it's really difficult to attack because you've got this shield that covers the majority of the team, and it makes for a really difficult engage, especially with long-range damage or something like that. So what the Red Team was trying to do was use a disruptive dive composition, or I guess a dive variant of the triple tank, triple support we all know and love, right? So, you know, that really helps to kind of walk through the shield and attack it that way. And unfortunately, we didn't get to see the outcome of that fight, but it looked like the Red Team was starting to get some momentum there, working their way through that deployable Orisa shield.
Yeah, they'd gotten through the first part of that. I mean, the res was coming through with Nox, so I'm curious to see if they were going to be able to handle that very well, but they were able to kind of dislodge the blue team a little bit and got them kind of scattered around.
Oh, absolutely. Especially that Diva Bomb at the very end there. That was going to be a crucial part of the Red Team's attack game plan where they wanted to take the point back, and one of the best ways to start scattering team members, send a diva bomb in their face, right? Especially with that massive arc, there's a little bit of hope for picking up a kill there and catching somebody by surprise that couldn't get behind cover, but it served that second purpose of also disrupting their composition and disrupting that structure that they had set up for themselves on that point.
Speaking of disruption, I did want to point out, just we didn't get to see too much, but that really good moment early on for the blue team when the red team attacked with that transcendence is that they decided to pull out the dragons across
Anyone
the
let
point,
me know if,
and then they had a Deadeye sitting in the room.
if you have any questions?
So as players ran away from the dragon, they got fed directly into the silent of, I believe it was Cal on the McCree.
Yeah, so that's a really interesting play to see coming out from Pugs, because that's something that you'd sort of see with a little bit more team synergy and players that have actually played together before. So really amazing that they were able to set that up, and that did start swinging the fight in their favor, but they started to get that numbers disadvantage once red team said, hey, we have more shields, we have more sustain, we're just going to slam into you and see what happens.
Nice. Do you guys mute me, by the way?
So what do you think we're going to see coming into Ilios as we come back from this little pause? Now each team has had a little bit of time to be like, all right, so this is what blue team's running. This is what they're comfortable with. You know, you're going to be able to kind of not necessarily predict, but now you've gotten a taste of the cake.
Looks like we're going to actually chill a little bit here as we figure out what's going on with the lobby, but I'm excited to see some of those strategies come out again. That's pretty normal for Ilios well, to see some of those bunker compositions come out first and then a full swap if you don't win it over. But we're just going to take a quick break before we get back to it.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, he wanted to cancel the game.
Okay. What?
He wanted to get the teams swapped around and everything.
All right. Cool. Nice fills, nice fills. All right. Then you'll have all the proper time to actually set up the match from what you see.
Are we getting a producer in here too? Brand new one?
Yeah, anyone else?
Time right now, because there's two not being competent.
Is Silent not able? Okay, let's see here. Silent said, I just realized a big bias towards observing Farah because of the sky view. I don't think that's a bad thing. Certain ultimates always follow. I notice OWL seems to jump to rip tires. Oh, yeah, I would say be ready to watch rip tires.
The mass kicking has started.
Uh-oh.
The Exodus.
Ripperino. We're going to do a scuffed notepad image. Output on results on mass kicking. Let's see here. That's fine. You don't need to. That's something you can troubleshoot later. Silent.
Yeah, NDI at the moment is not needed.
Whoa, really was mass kicking.
I did say it. I kept everyone from that lobby.
Whoa, really was mass kicking. Whoa! Stream sounds.
I did say it. Yeah.
It's fine. Any other questions while we're chilling out here? How y'all doing?
Superb.
Nice.
I do have one question that might sound a little fresh-ish.
What's up?
So we were talking earlier about difference between play-by-play and color casting. Is it common to like sort of flop between those for newer casters who are still trying to get a ground on one style or another style? Is it just something you sort of improv your way through a match? Like, what sort of goes on there?
Sorry, I was muted. So I actually used to be a big proponent for hybrid, and when I was casting, I did a lot of work with I used to cast with Lemon Kiwi, and we both actually kind of wanted to do play-by-play. Like, that's where both our strengths lied. And so we're like, let's try hybrid, right? We saw Uber and ZP run it, and I wrote this whole thing about how I really liked how they ran hybrid, and I saw that as something that actually really adapts to Overwatch well. But as you're learning, I would say definitely stick to a role for that cast. So you can go and try out color and then try out play-by-play in different situations, but I would really, really, really recommend, especially as you're learning, to stick to one role while you're doing that cast. And the reason why is because I can say from first-hand experience of trying to grind in doing hybrid, I never really got good at one role. I was always mediocre at each. So, and in addition to that, it's the main reason why I stopped. And as we update these documentation, we're gonna remove like all the like we're gonna mention that hybrid exists, but not recommended to anybody, because also all the OWL people in tier 1 or S tier casters are like, yeah, just stay away from hybrid. It's not a good way to learn. So does that kind of make sense?
Yeah, kind of. Just because I know I asked this question in one of the Discords like several months ago, but I'm just going to ask it again because, quite frankly, I have a bad memory. What is what's the specific definition of play-by-play versus color?
Great question. Does anyone wanna?
Yes.
I'll
give it a shot.
Yeah, go for it.
So imagine play-by-play as just they're the person that's sitting there and they're giving you the action of the fight. So as the fights happen, they're letting you know what is going on through the fights so the audience knows, right? If they were just listening to it, they would be able to understand, okay, so that's what's happening here. And then what color's job is they go back and they will analyze the last fight and talk about what they want to talk about. And this is why it's called colors. They color in the details. They color between the lines that the play-by-play is set up for them. So that way you get the full picture of, okay, this is what happened in the fight. This is very specifically what happened in the fight that let X team win. And then this is what you're watching out for in the next fight. And then play-by-play will go over the fight again. And then color will do the same thing, analyze last fight, set up the next fight, and then just goes back and forth. That's the dynamic.
Okay. It's starting to make more sense.
I think one way I would describe it is that color tends to have a little more analysis. Play-by-play, obviously, the action as it goes.
Mm-hmm.
And think like, because it's kind of a casting duo is kind of like a conversation,
Hi,
right?
Alisaur.
Yeah, 100%.
So
I like the super small
color is
pizza
more analytical than play-by-play.
I would say that another way to look at it as well, I think all of those are valid. So these are all multiple explanations. And do keep in mind that the definition, like everyone has their own mini definition, right? Like the only place it's probably truly defined is in whatever sports broadcast textbook there is. That, yeah. So, and this is, obviously we're here, we're not studying from a textbook, we're figuring it out as we go, most importantly, doing what we think is going to entertain people and have them be able to pay attention. I mean, to want to watch this. So, but in general, I'd say that the what and the who is play-by-play, and the why and how is color primarily. So, why something is important and should be listened to and should be watched for is color. It's like in the setup of the team fight and talking about like what to watch out for. That's all color. And then the play-by-play takes you through the what and a little bit of the how, right? They both roles kind of share the how of how it plays out.
Yeah, the best play-by-plays are really good at balancing between what is happening and then how it's happening, and then they also throw in a little bit of why. So they do some good analysis there as well. But yeah, the majority of it falls on color.
Is that why you recommend for new people to try out color, since it has more of a time to like absorb the information from the fight and then relay it in a moment of more, for lack of a better term, downtime?
Okay, first map is Lejean.
Nice.
Or whatever you say that.
More control.
Casters ready?
I think we're good to go. Let's answer your question. I think color, because play-by-play, you need to kind of switch your brain into a different gear in order to do play-by-play well. Otherwise, you're just kill feed reading, and that's not good. So color is like, it gives you the time, you see the action, then it's like, all right, what's your main point, and how can you support it and set up for the next fight, right? You get a little bit more time to do that as an entry level. Now, not to say color is easier, just saying to get started, color gives you that opportunity to have a ramp up, as opposed to just being like thrown into the fire and being like expected to say what's happening.
But if you have awesome breast support and you're really good at translating imagery into text,
I think
play-by-play is your thing.
It depends a lot on what you want to do too. So when I first started out, I was like, I really want to do play-by-play. So I just kind of jumped into it and learned as I went. But so I think that definitely plays a big part. Is just, what do you want to do?
Yes.
Yep. So let's do yeah. I think we're ready to go.
Ready?
No. Thanks for. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to rush that. But
if you want elaboration, just go ahead and throw it in casting questions, and I'll give you a text answer.
Sorry, I just want to get the team.
No, yeah. We're good to. I would say we're good to go. Yeah. All right, cool. So casters, I'm gonna count you in, and then after you can mute me. Okay.
Of course.
Okay.
All right. And pretend I'm on break. And 3, 2, 1, go.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the NA Open Division Pugs. Necra, we've got a great map lined up. We got Lijiang Tower. I'm Shadow24, by the way, and joining me today is Necra.
Oh yeah, we've got a great match for you. We have a lot of players that made it into the top 16 teams.
See, the right side is what's actually live.
And they are making their own teams today. So no lines drawn in the sand, no rivalries. It's just good old-fashioned pug time. And we're going to be starting things out on Control Center on Lijiang Tower. And We're
So
already
here's what I
off to
can
a very
do.
interesting start. It looks like a DPS
I can
variant
bring in-
of the
I wanna bring
GOATS
in the audio
composition that
first.
triple take triple support on either side. And as we start
And
winding
then I'm gonna
things down,
transition
their teams are still kind of trying to
into the
figure out who's
in-game,
going to play what in these
like that.
scenarios.
And then I'll call in-game
And
at
that
here.
can be really difficult in these
Turning on
pug
my health
situations
bars
because
in
you're
my
not
third
used to
person.
playing with the people that you're with. It's much more similar to the competitive queue with a little bit of a bridge into, you know, more formed
Studio
play.
mode so you can see a little better.
Oh, of course. But, you know, look at where things are starting out here. I think we're going to see that Junkrat get a lot of value.
Ooh. Yeah, I was gonna say good job on the Mei wall, but the Mei not living for too long. They're
All right, so
probably
this
gonna
team
go
is
ahead and
losing
fall
here. As soon
Blue
as Reinhardt
grabs two
dies, I'm
quick
gonna
kills.
free cam. Let's see
They're,
how they do
however,
though.
not able to grab any real purchase on the point right now. Reinhardt not really doing the best of jobs getting in between him and his team. Lukey trying to wait for the rest of his team to come back, but it will be red team taking the point first.
Get behind the team. I think is gonna win
play
this.
this little pick battle. Beautiful Mei wall walling off the Reinhardt in the middle of the fight. Not able to finish on the kills. The shatter comes out from Ducks, taking Schwinz out of the fight. Tyler gonna clean up on the rest of the squad here as the red team pushes through to spawn.
That was a nice slam dunk to just secure the point for the team. I mean, now they can take this really aggressive positioning here for red, and that means that blue team is playing a little bit on the back foot. They're still building up to a couple of ultimates, though, but what's really important is that you already have these support ultimates online for red team, which means that whatever aggression we see from blue is going to be very quickly mitigated here, especially because you've got amplification matrix and that grab.
Graviton indeed. The follow damage is there as well. Too quick to say it. A whole team wipe there.
So then I would say
gotta listen for
replay,
the bell and send him
team
back to
clear,
spawn.
3,
Oh,
2,
you didn't even really
1.
need the
She can't hear me,
amplification
of course.
matrix there. Just get up and
It's
do
kinda
all
nice,
the
though.
damage
She
that you
sounds
can.
like she's
but this
summarizing it
Junkrat
like she heard
spam
me.
coming in this choke is doing a lot to be able to keep blue team from touching this
Cut it
point
back.
right now. They're taking quite a bit of damage from just the grenades alone from this frag launcher here, but they've got to be able to do something here. Maybe this transcendence here from the blue team can help them get a little bit aggressive.
Yeah, a lot of weight on Lukey's shoulders right now. There goes the Riptire coming in from Dantwick. Looking to find a couple. Doesn't find any kills, however, but Lukey dying just before the Transcendence from Rack Attack can come out, help out his team. With that healing, however, they're going to push on in. Immortality field from Spoody going to keep people alive as the Graviton comes out onto red team. Blue team hits the sound barrier, looking to equalize this fight. There goes the shatter from Lukey. He's late, but it's better late than never as he pushes onto the team. And without a Reinhardt, it's going to be difficult to defend against that shield composition. There goes Schwinzy getting pretty deep into the fight himself as blue team finally pushes red team back.
A lot of that had to do with the fact that they lost dunks.
I'm okay with this Lucio. This Lucio is definitely playing quite well.
Shield, you really don't have as much protection, especially because you don't have a diva to mitigate any of that damage from that defense matrix. I think we might expect to see a tire here coming out from the red team just to see if they can get a quick pick, even if it is onto the baby diva, especially because Crowley is very vulnerable right now. That would be a great way to open up this fight.
Person.
Speaking of the Riptire, there it is. Dantwick's going to go ahead and throw it in.
After this, I'm going to switch to the Reinhardt.
The outside of the point,
he has shattered.
finds a couple of people, and there it is. Rack Attack and Afro. That's both of the ports. So a
just got to replay that.
for good measure, and red team has this in the bag.
Nice. Clear up.
Well, the Riptire was a very big value way in order to clean up this team fight here for the red team. But what's been really exciting is watching this Baptiste work within this matrix of that triple tank, triple support.
And Spoody doing a beautiful job on the Baptiste, putting out that amplification matrix actually right now to allow them to push this 99% to its full. As Cry getting caught up in that charge. So that's going to be a self-destruct that lands on deaf ears as the point flips over. Oh, he grabs a couple. But, you know, a little too late this time. Yeah, this time it is a little too late.
Okay, well, now I can get back to that Baptiste. I didn't want to take over too much time there from that amazing Earth Shatter to keep everybody off of point, but the Baptiste plays a very interesting role within this composition. We're seeing a little bit more of it, especially with the immortality field. You can get really aggressive knowing that there isn't too much on the opposing team if it is going to be a goats v goat situation to take that disco ball out. You know,
so if I just hold this, it'll go down really fast. If I tap it at just the right rate, it'll actually smooth.
And I really
so
like
I have
that
like
addition.
2
I think
speeds.
that it's not going to work nearly as well on this point of Li Zhang. So I'm excited to see that both of these teams are going back to the classic here with that Zen Rhine Goats.
Coming from behind him.
Just
nice
adds
rollout.
a little bit of synergy here when there might not be as much because this is a pug situation.
Yankee here actually.
Yep, and the name of the game in GOATS is to out-sustain your opponent as best as possible. So we'll see which team's able to hold up.
We saw
their
Crawl
own.
get
Best
separated
blue team
here,
taking the
so we
position
think
on
the
the
red
point,
team
but
is
it's
probably
red
going to win
team
this here.
themselves into the kill feed
They had the
first.
point,
As
though.
Spooty takes out his counterpoint. Crawly there. There goes
Check out the
Lucy with the
Zenyatta.
charge, putting himself into the wall. Notices
Catching
that
him
it's
right
not
click
the one that he
is
wants
always
to
satisfying.
take. Dunks, however, just going to go ahead and push straight onto the point with that Reinhardt,
See here,
swinging
so
that hammer,
what's he up
pushing
to?
the blue
He's
team
trying to push him
back
forward.
to the
All right,
edge,
cool.
but he falls
So now,
in the process.
we see that as soon
decides
as
to take that and run with it, as Afro only
I
grabs
had a feeling the
one
red team's
kill.
going to win this
Red
out
team
after
now
that,
has
so I
a
went
bit
to
of
free
an
cam.
upper hand in this position.
Oh, I
It's a
missed it.
2v5.
All right, cool. We'll
There
just see
you
him
have
getting
it,
pushed off the
Yank Wolf,
point.
just the lone Zarya on the point there. Red team still holding strong.
Spooty playing D.Va makes me really excited because they're known within the tier 3 and tier 2 scene as being a very hungry D.Va. So as Yankee Wolf starts building up to
Spooty, so we'll get
this graviton surge, you know, I think that Spooty's going to be ready with those reflexes in that defense matrix to be able to do some work, and they're also putting in a butt ton of damage. So Spooty's coming up on that D.Va bomb as well as a couple of other tank ultimates here. We've got the Earth Shatter, but the graviton surge quite a bit to be able to keep blue team off this
he
point.
might just swing.
Yep, and the ultimates are coming out in full force now. Transcendence after Graviton. Shatter from Dunks there. Doesn't find any purchase, but
further
does
back.
scare them away a little bit. There's the counter
okay, that's
shatter.
definitely free
It's gonna
cam
grab
here.
4, and blue team has an opening now. There goes the sound barrier from Schwinz to keep his
There
team
you go,
alive
it's good.
throughout this attack. The D.Va bomb landing. That's gonna go ahead and grab Faceless Duck. Take
Yeah,
out that Lucio. Take
the
out
slow
that vital
movement
support.
makes it a lot more fun. I mean,
Schwinz
this makes it a
going
lot
back to
nicer.
the point just for a quick second to check while everything else goes on. There's a sound barrier to keep
All
blue
right, there
team
we go.
alive.
Blue team.
And red
They're gonna go
team
forward here.
having a bit of a difficulty in that team fight. We're finally starting to see the chops from the blue team.
Hey,
They
Benny, what's
had
up?
difficulty in that team fight, but
Is there a full
look at
screen
how
version
many
of this match?
ultimates we saw blue team utilize. It was almost a
Twitch
full bank
at
of 6,
Broadcast.gg
which is
2.
very expensive in order to take
Go there.
this point. It
Sorry about
means
that.
that you're putting a little bit of favor within the red team because they do have that D.Va bomb.
Oh, we
but
had Poggers blocked because we
unfortunately
had
don't have the
contenders
graviton to be
matches going
able
on here
to
before. We
pair
had to ban
with
it in
So
chat.
having
I
that
actually
D.Va
want
bomb
to take
find
that
any
off.
value here, really the
'Cause all
best
of our
way that they
contender
can
stuff is
utilize
on
this is
Blizzard.
by using it as a zoning ultimate, maybe throwing
Cool,
it
let's
parallel
listen in
into
here.
the enemy team to get them to turn around and split their focus.
Well, speaking of split, blue team getting mighty split up by the red team there in that initiation. Afro gonna
Looking
have
at
to
ultimates.
use that
Spooty
rally
has his.
to initiate back
I'm gonna
in
keep on free
towards
cam.
red as they rotate around.
Because I'm gonna
to
pop
the
a
point,
into free cam as
putting
soon as
themselves
this
in a
bomb
bit of a
comes
dangerous
out.
situation on this ledge, and
Nope.
there it is. Finds the edge of the map there. The graviton comes
Sometimes you
out.
get debated.
Follow-up damage there, and
There it
blue
is.
team able to clean up pretty quickly.
It's good that they were able to set the pace of that fight with their offensive ultimates first, because blue team's already
Say,
going to be evening up
Logitech
the
G Pro.
score here, getting closer and bypassing that 50% mark. Now it realistically means that they have about 2 team fights left that they need to be able to hold
I need
this
to change
point
the title
for.
later.
At least they have the D.Va bomb to be able to do that, and they've got the Transcendence to mitigate the D.Va bomb combo or the Earth Shatter, whatever comes out first
cool. We
from
wanna
the
attack
red
it-
team.
watch the
But
attacking
if
team?
we want to see blue team hold on, it's going to be relying on that Transcendence and maybe a late sound barrier to be able to mitigate the rest of this offensive damage.
Well, there goes the graviton, the D.Va bomb over the top, looking to find a couple
This is
of
tough.
kills. Isn't going to be able to. The hammer itself going to grab a couple though, so Dunk's going to be able to put himself onto the point with the rest of his team in this 4v6 in favor of
see.
the red side. The great
see the
charge coming out
chase.
from Dunks to take Crawley out of that mech. As Schwinzy falls to the brig, Dan Twist, and red team going to take control back at 89
forth,
to
huh?
57%.
They have all the sustain in the world as well, so red team will be able to last really long in long drawn out fights here with blue team. But blue team's looking to take it back right now. They do have 1 fight territory here, so if they're able to flip this point back, it means it might be an evening of the
They look like
score
they have a
here
shatter
with a
here coming up.
1-1 on board. But they need to be able to find some value
Blue
from
team
this
does.
D.Va bomb and make sure they can outlast some of these fights
Talk
with
about
the
the D.Va
support
bomb, so
ultimates of their own
Necker's
moving
obviously
into
talking
this
about blue
next
team.
engagement.
A lot of support ultimates on side for the red. There goes Schwinzy with the
Think
sound
Fight's gonna
barrier
move into the
for the
courtyard
blue
here?
team. We're gonna rally on the
Looking for
opposite
the
side. Rally
Earth
on
Shatter?
both sides, in fact, as Afro looks to push this fight straight to the point. Beautiful work right now from Dunks, backing up
look
with
at
the
this.
rest of his team to get red team
Oh,
on
shit.
point and
I went
ready
to the
for
wrong
the
team.
fight. There goes the graviton
Oh, nice
and the
shatter.
hammer down from Dunks and the
Oh,
hammer
shatter the
down
other
from
way.
Lukey. Everyone's
I
throwing
wanna get
everything
enough
into the fight. It's
in view
everything
here.
they've got as the self-destruct lands on Death Airs. There's
This is a tough
Schwinzy
one.
looking
So
for a
free
good
cam is
boost,
just-
but he gets
it's
caught
a
up
good
in
call
that
here. I'm gonna try
graviton
to
from Tyler
keep everyone
on the
in
point.
view.
Red team now evening out the scales at a 5v5.
See blue team moving
Looking for the
forward.
kill.
We're gonna try to keep it
As
tight.
Dantos gets mighty
Backing it up
low,
for the D.Va bomb.
Spooty is going to go ahead and throw that self-destruct into the mix, not finding any kills there either, but able to remech right before getting charged through by Lukey on that
It's tough to catch
Reinhardt.
everything.
Blue team now looking to see him have little bit better control on the point as Crowley gets a kill onto Tyler, and there goes Afro zoning out Dantwist on the edge of the point. Schwinzu helping him out with that kill onto the Brigette as the Transcendence comes in. Mudkip gets booped off of the map. He's not going to be able to help anybody now as Dunks is in dire straits, gets taken out. Booty now one of the last remaining people on the point as blue team looks to switch this point back over.
Oh my god.
There were 2 support ultimates within that fight that got booped off.
Actually, no, we're not gonna replay here. It's 5%.
MVP of the Lucio. They're a really well-known Lucio player and showing their prowess at this point with those multiple boops off the edge. But we are going to be able to see an overtime with Croft here.
Yeah, it was a really good
here's what I would call the replay. See, that was if I shown the replay there, it would have been T-Tors.
Dip in on the diva.
So I'd say 3. I would say
initiate that overtime, but the rest of the team couldn't make it back in point or in time.
Yeah, that's the danger of, you know, turning over a point so close to the end there.
So normally I would call it.
Really
see if Necro sees that I sent her to her in chat.
Over one fight and then take the point for good. And ultimately, red team looked really great in that second to last engagement before blue team flipped it over. But they had a couple of unfortunate happenstances there. They lost both of those defensive ultimates with the Transcendence in the south barrier, and they also ended up not getting value from that Diva Bomb that they were trying to set up that play for. They tried to boop that Reinhardt shield out of the way and just couldn't do it in time in order to get those mega kills.
I like to do this shot. I come up a little bit,
the next one, and we're going to be seeing
up nice and high, and I know that Farah's going to come into the shot. Then I go right into pressing the F.
Those Pharahs from Dantwist and Afro, and I think this is going to be a really intense brawl.
Oh man, I'm really excited. Pharmacy is by far my favorite combination of Overwatch heroes ever to be had. And oh no, Tyler gonna open things up real quick with a double kill on that soldier as Dunks and the rest of red team decide to light the fuse and take the TNT straight to the mouth of the cave. There is no way to escape from that one.
Oh, there really isn't. And there's not going to be a whole lot to escape from some 1v1s that happen because of these 2 compositions that both of these teams are running. But we're already seeing some swap-ups here from the blue team because they recognize that they might not be able to win those 1v1 fights with those heroes that they had mirrored on either side. So we will see them at least keep the Tracer and keep the Sombra in a kind of a new age dive that we've been seeing pop up into the meta here. But what's going to be really important is Lukey starting to create some space and being able to dive in with Crowley.
Sorry, I'm gonna switch here. I press the same F key. That did not look good at all. If you press the F key, it pops out of their POV.
Forcing the res out of Faceless Duck here.
Alright,
they're gonna go ahead and deny a lot of area on the point with that minefield.
Because I have no idea who's. I mean, I saw a lot of kills for the red team, but I think it's better at that point. Like, it's better to not. Better to go to free cam and try to see everything versus switching to person to person and just seeing deaths.
Crawley in that baby diva form out, and they've pushed blue team all the way off the point once again.
They have a lot of ultimates too. All right, Dantwist, I should have
getting that first kill.
Gone to them.
They did, but a lot of what happened there was we saw a couple of ultimates utilized from red team, not necessarily to get value from getting kills, but value from splitting the focus of the blue team. So we did see the Tracer Pulse Bomb used, and we're going to be able to see in this next fight that Pharah Barrage as well. And if it doesn't find the value of finding a kill, it'll at least make it so that the blue team uses a lot of resources.
Speaking of resources, Tyler's going to go ahead and use that tack visor to push blue team back to spawn at 75% Necra. You're walking into 3 ultimates, almost 4. This is an uphill battle if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, and there isn't a whole lot that we can see the blue team utilize either. Afro has yet to be able to build up to that EMP, and this might seal the blue team's fate here.
I mean, I'm on the fire a lot, but
both
honestly,
your DPS characters that early in the fight, 94%, you're gonna have to initiate as an impartial team. Maybe even only just the Lucio, but not if there's an ult in the way. Schwinz doesn't make the jump.
I was a little dirty. I mean, not clean for me.
Can't make the jump, which means that they aren't going to be able to, touch that point. So it will be the red team taking this one in a 2-1 fashion, but I think we saw some pretty good play all around from these players, especially because this is a Pugs environment and they aren't used to playing with each other. But look at just this amplification matrix here. You really didn't even need it. There was just so much brawl that was able to happen within that Graviton Surge, and that was what an interesting composition. We've not been able to see that before.
I would love to see some of these compositions make their way up the ladder into some of our Overwatch League games.
Oh, absolutely. But that's going to be it from us. We're going to go on to the next one.
Nice. Alrighty. Let me know when y'all can hear me.
We can hear you.
Nice. How'd it go?
That last fight on Lijiang was long.
It was long.
Yeah.
Little winded after that one.
That's something that we've been noticing a little bit more. Like the goats meta is really great for casters because you have really like clear lines of when team fight's going to happen and when it ends.
Do you want me to check when you're done?
Like the triple DPS compositions that happen really aren't clear lines of like when you should kind of throw. So I know there was a moment there where Steidel should have started to talk for the play-by-play, but I was kind of running into it. And that just happens.
Let me know when you're ready.
There's just tons of stuff that happens. When
there was one moment where I threw to you, and then like as I threw to you, they initiated.
Yeah.
And I was like, God damn it.
Yeah, that's what happens. It happens for sure.
Yeah.
But
go.
Do we want to swap casters? Or
yeah.
no?
Let's see. Who else is around? Armstrong, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Are you gonna cast?
Sure.
Do you need to be invited to the game?
Yes, please.
Add me on BNet. It's in the important channel.
All right, important channel.
Moosh, I'm gonna dip out for the night.
Okay.
But I'll be back tomorrow for the whole thing.
All right, Neri. Thank you.
Also, Moosh,
Have some
but
fun. What's
tomorrow
up?
we're getting Rich Red.
Have a good night, Naori.
Hey,
Good
awesome.
night, Naori.
Cheers, guys. See you all tomorrow. Bye.
See you
Night.
so much. Yeah, it's mega late for her. I know.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, press P on your keyboard and then look at how many people on our team.
What's that?
What's that?
Good
If you press
old
P on your keyboard.
South Africa time.
Are you asking me?
Yeah, if you press P on the keyboard and bring up the groups tab. What's that?
Oh, I'm using the wrong keyboard. I'm trying to.
Armstrong, right?
Okay, so on the Skype window, would now be the time to hit join call?
You don't need to join the Skype right now.
Excellent.
Yeah, you're good. All right. Let's see here. So Armstrong, what role do you do?
I'm not sure yet. So let's.
Okay. We said
start with
color, right? All right. Ren, can I have you pop in for play-by-play?
Yeah, sure thing.
Okay. Cool. If Rian's in the game and Armstrong's in the game, then I'm ready whenever. Just gonna add.
Hollywood is the map.
All right. Cool. All
right, I'll give you guys a count in.
Okay. So then I'll mute you.
Yeah, you can mute me. All
right.
You speak on go. And 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It is me, Ryan. I'm back, and I'm joined by Armstrong, and we're going to be casting some Hollywood here.
Hello. I am Armstrong, and I'll be joining you, Ryan, here on Hollywood.
You guys have me muted, right?
Right, so Hollywood, we got ourselves a hybrid map here, so you get a cap point, then, of course, push that payload just based off these team comps. Looking like we're going to be seeing goats, but with the Ana from the defense here.
And it looks like from the attack, we're going to be... Well, let's not get our hopes up too high yet. Right. We do see a Widow, and we do see a Torbjorn. Not having my heart that it's going to stay that way. Especially now that we see that the turret is over there in the spawn. But Goats does tend to be very strong both here on first point and second point, third point. Mostly because... Goats is a really strong composition to just take up space, and if you're the attacking team, you eventually have to get onto that point and fight it. So now with the game starting up, why don't we hand it over to you?
Well, the attacking team just kind of hold up for a moment there. I think what they were going for was maybe a quick kill with the Widow. And then, yeah, now they're just going to swap right back over onto Goats. So we've got ourselves a full Goats mirror defense with a bit of the advantage, though. They are on this high ground that we're looking at.
Yeah, it looks like we're starting off with a poke just to get a little bit of ult charge, but what do we see over here? We have a D.Va flanking on the defense.
Very risky charge there from Lukey, but he does land it. It is bubbled up, though, by Tyler, so he is at about 60 energy right now, whereas Yankee Wolf at only 15, so he's behind in that energy game, which is so important to build up those grabs.
And with a full rotation from Red Team going around the back, it almost looks like that the attack and defense swapped from these positions.
Right.
But we're just poking around, see if anyone can get out of position. Looks like the Red Team Ryan shield is, down from the D.Va.
Yeah, Krawi picks up that first pick with the micro missiles, and the important part there to be watching was the ultimate charge of the blue team. Lukey, of course, built up the shatter way quicker than Dunks. I mean, you're just looking 100 to 55% only, and just all around the board, the ultimate charge on blue was a lot higher. So even if they ended out not getting that pick onto Dunks, they still would have won the fight because they had their ultimates online earlier.
And looking up to this next team fight, Blue is going to have the advantage. One of the other strong things about the Goats composition is you can just keep rolling that ultimate advantage. If you look up there, the ult charge, almost full ult across the board for Blue team.
I try to make move out work.
And Schwinn here is getting his ultimate up, and there's going to be the Graviton Surge in the corner, but the counter one from Tyler. Mudkip with the Transcendence. Bomb right in the middle. They tried to get the boop in from Schwinn there, but he's not able to find it. Shatter comes out. Yankee Wolf knocked down on the ground. But that rally is going to end the Transcendence from
I want to be from behind the defending team.
Of course, Schwinn using the beat. Lots of defensive ultimates used here in this fight from the blue team, I will say, but they do come out the victors here as they take Dunks out of the fight, and Red Team will back out once more.
That is true, and on the defense, we do still have the rally from Brigitte. So that is going to be really helpful for their next fight in order to sustain and to engage if they decide to do that. But we do start seeing the bomb coming on for the attacking team. That might be something that they need to engage this fight with.
Right, toss into the back line, make the Reinhardt turn around and open things up for a stun. Actually, Lukey just gets completely and utterly annihilated out in the front of that fight.
Charge comes in,
Dunks hits the shatter, gets 2 down because
for the cleanup here, I don't need to watch the Reinhardt.
Ooh,
he's going off the edge.
Walking back from spawn now, but he's not going to be able to get there in time.
Alright, we'll switch back to the point.
As the red team now, they're just going for these staggered kills. Graviton Surge out from Tyler. You're going to see the charge from Afro piercing through that
D.Va cleanup.
Afro piercing through that
Red team should win here.
And Red team will finally get the kills they need.
After this kill,
get that first tick. You're seeing the staggers again from blue team here, but
they can come back into point.
They don't have enough. They don't have enough bodies on the point to sustain this for an extended period of time. So what this is
just on this side, because we're going to see defenders coming back in through those doors.
Buy enough time there from Yankee Wolf. Lukey very low, goes for the shatter, and is shut down by Dan Twist. So
cool, that should be it.
There we go. Finally,
again, see, we can see the reinforcements are further off, right? Like if I'm looking here, then you don't have no idea when they're coming on. That's not the kind of.
Early is truly what.
That's not the kind of
very quickly because it really opened
surprise that you want to see.
That
Mudkip, he might get some.
Dunks could easily just get that hammer in their face.
Let's see.
Get that slam.
Yeah, so I have 2 separate computers. One is screen capturing my my setup, like my OBS, and one is actually streaming from the OBS. So one's capturing the OBS to stream that, and one is actually streaming from the OBS.
Neither is Overwatch.
All right, well, Red Team trying to push the payload up. You're seeing they're getting very aggressive with their positioning, trying to get as far back in as possible.
We're going to free cam it. Yeah, we need to figure out what's going on. I need to change my sensitivity.
There's not enough.
All right, so defensive team, I shouldn't have gone that way. I should be from this side, because again, we expect blue team to win. So we should watch in from behind them.
It'll just be the blue team winning this one out.
Yes, that was a very excellent shatter. But the bomb was there to
watch the attackers
help bring things back for the defense.
Wait for them to get back up.
Wreck Attack just getting the stagger kill there at the very end onto Mudkip. So again, just burning more time off of the red team.
So we'll chill here a little bit.
Only 1 minute and 50 seconds left.
Looking at Spoody. See what they
we have almost all ultimates online for the attacking team.
Oh, they're trying to save the grab.
Might favor them in this upcoming fight.
Of course they
looking at Schwinn here in his positioning. He's kind of dodging around as a Lucio. He's very slippery.
Okay,
what he's looking for here is all these boops.
Cool. We'll go to free cam because I don't want to switch to him right away.
Bad position where he can get.
Oh, nice eat, nice eat.
Oh, massive shatter. It's a 5-man.
So we'll just do the whole reversal.
I can't believe it. What a
was
series of
huge. I'm
plays
gonna
we just
savor
saw
that
there
replay.
from blue team. They eat the bomb right away.
And this is where I would call for the
Oh, they
replay.
get the grab right away,
And I
and
say
then they just hit
replay
that
shatter.
shatter.
3,
Goodness
2,
gracious,
1.
That is one way to end
then
the fight.
we'd go into
That
this.
shatter was insane.
I'm setting up for my next shot already.
The shield wasn't there for the.
I'm looking at
for
my
the
replay.
attacking
I'm
team.
going to POV
And now
of Zarya.
And now ult economy swings in the favor
for the
of
last
the red
kill.
team. Oh, now we see
back in the game.
some important combos coming back online for the defense. We have a grab, we have a bomb, and we have a transcendence. They can
Let's talk about
survive
the
an attack,
defense, though.
and they can end an attack.
Right, so eyes on Yankee Wolf here. He's got to make sure his own Graviton Surge is not eaten up. Tosses it onto the wall to ensure that.
Oh,
but you're looking there. You saw Mudkip was split from the team.
rough.
Bomb
Oh,
over the
that was
top, and
bad.
there you
I thought
go.
the Diva
Tyler
was
and
going to
Faceless
use the
Duck
grab from the
are
red
out
team.
of it.
Cool. So we expect this to be held
here.
here.
Afro, but it doesn't matter in the long run. 30 seconds
here,
left.
30 seconds
Last fight
left.
territory.
Here we go.
And that pin from Lukey set that bomb up for success. Without that shield
Yeah,
there,
Bradley, I was
his
really
team
happy
could
that I was
not
able
be
to get this work with. What I really wanted was to have it so you can only hear me on this stream.
Well,
on
red
this,
team,
I
it's
mean,
do or die for them.
on
They have
BGG1, but
ultimates. Can they make
BGG2
it
would
work?
have it
That's
only
the question.
casters, but I wasn't able to route the audio
That is the question indeed.
in this time.
Well, we're starting to see all the support
cool.
ults come online for the
So we're gonna
defense.
check it out.
Right.
Honestly, Ghost is just so good free cam.
And now you're going to see both rallies out. Dunks goes for the charge, but
Oh,
gets
that's
stunned up.
huge.
But Spooty comes up big with
I
the
didn't
bomb.
catch where they were.
Gets 2 kills
All right,
off
let's
the
watch
backside
Dunks
of
now.
blue team. They are in full and utter retreat. Red team
Twist
in
maybe
hot
for low
pursuit
cleanup.
of them. They will wipe out.
All right, cool.
All
So
of
we
the blue
expect
team,
Spooks
they
and
can get
Tyler.
some progress on the payload here, but look how far they have to go.
They have to go a long
blue team
way.
has still
So
got
this is
2
probably
or
the best
3
vantage
fights.
point. Free cam could work here
That was
too.
a naked bomb too. Just getting those kills off of that bomb alone is a really important thing for any aspiring Diva player. However, they also invested a lot more ults in order to push that fight, so now the defense is coming in with a massive ult advantage for the hold.
Honestly, it's a Ryan battle here.
We gotta be watching Luke here, especially hit that 5-man shatter. Let's see what he can do in this fight. Beats out from both teams. Schwinn does beat first, however, and Faceless Duck does beat second, so they're forced to use the Transcendence because the beat doesn't quite cover things.
Cool.
Mudkip still holding on to his, has not needed to use his yet. Lukey does get the charge into Dan Twist, but they're all caught in the Graviton Surge now, and they've got no defensive ultimates to counteract it, so they take a big chunk of damage. Afro's looking very low in the backline there. Dan Twist did fall, and he's respawning now. Graviton Surge out, Faceless Duck caught into it, and he's going to be taken out. Pin onto Tyler. Blue team able to stabilize, but was looking a little bit rocky based on their ultimate usage during the middle of that fight.
And that grab right there on that corner on the box, it was angled just so that none of the healing could get through for the rest of the team.
Prods in chat watching Infino. We have 2 potential new people.
It's all about those the Graviton Surge placement, right? Because you've seen Graviton Surges where they'll actually cut off the Zenyatta, and so they can't.
I'm gonna cut up this stuff. We're gonna make little videos or something, little bite-sized pieces, so that we can like update things as we need.
Members, so you can take them out one by one. Because I mean, in a composition like Ghost, right?
So one thing,
every single
I was kind of brain dead. Maybe if I'm single observing, you can go to like the in-between screen if you update the score.
Is extremely important.
Sometimes I'm lazy, or just like
especially
you can kind of show, of course,
someone like say the Zarya, who's the core of the damage, the Brigitte, who's so much sustain healing with that Inspire AOE healing.
I don't really need the ease in.
It really is extremely important to take down all the right members, and there's all sorts of stats.
Amy's in. I'm gonna have a whole video about this too. I want it to react sooner.
Fight
percent, add a little more ease in.
Yeah, fight win percentage. There you go.
So what I'm doing here is I want it to be more sensitive.
Always very, very low.
Right now, I want it to be less
for
sensitive.
For Reinhardt, right? And it just shows
because before I was like turning my
and how crucial they are.
I was turning the angle of it, but it wasn't. It didn't feel like I was really reacting.
Multiple
this feels a little better.
Very, very early in those fights.
It would be like
that's
what happened is
success.
When it was less sensitive, I would turn it, and all of a sudden it'd like go really fast. So I want it to be
mimic that success just
more sensitive, so it turns a little sooner. Right?
Looks like we're coming out with a.
This does feel a little better.
Ana Goat's defense for red team.
I'm showing where they are.
And we might be getting
in around 10 seconds. You definitely want to be over towards the spawn doors.
Farah on attack.
All right, just watching Krawi here. Definitely going for the scouting. I like the Ana pick, though. I do like that Ana. The bio grenade is going to be really useful in shutting down those transcendences, which red team seem to have a big problem with.
Here.
Rack Attack
just to give it a little more view, right?
A lot of those grabs.
A little more perspective. Scouting out. And we're going to front line as soon as we're done with this.
Krawi's going to be staying on this Sombra for the time being,
which
I do like. He's such an important ultimate. And,
we're looking at
it's so useful.
Greg was slapped, didn't die though.
His health drops a little bit low. Has to back around the corner, but same thing could be said for Rack Attack and Schwinn, taking a little bit of damage here. And you're seeing Spooty now.
Let's actually go back to Krawi and see who they hack.
His team as they fly across, and again, taking these high ground
I'm looking
positions.
at the
But he's gonna
point.
get
No
popped
ultis
out of
yet.
his
Luke's
mech
gonna
here,
have
and
ulti
this could be an
soon.
opportunity for the
Shatter.
blue team to secure the kill onto him. However, Monkey and Faceless Duck
Ooh,
find
this could
the
be it. This could be
double,
it. This could be
and
it.
this will just be the fight
Maybe?
swinging in favor of them. So the defense holds
okay.
on.
We'll go back
for
to
the
front
time being.
line. Oh, no, that's it.
Yes, that was a really valiant defense.
Yep, so that's how they're going to be win, though, right? How they're going to
Not
win is if
enough
they somehow got
pestering
shattered
from
there
the Sombra.
when the Reinhardt
Almost pulled
was
it
hacked.
around, almost pulled all of Red Team's attention down to the point. One of the benefits of having Sombra against this Goats team, you can just run in completely invisible and start pressuring that objective.
I had plans to make a video setting up some nice stream deck stuff, but never did.
Maybe
Same with some more prod stuff.
But now,
Short
all
videos,
eyes on
yeah.
Crawley because
Definitely.
he's
a lot of
got that
opportunity.
EMP.
That way we can do it whenever
It's
we
so
have the
important
chance,
here to
have the
shut down
time
those
to,
ultimates, because you're looking at Tyler and
we don't have to
Dunks,
make a
right?
whole new
They've got ultimates online.
20-minute
Same
video.
for
We should just have a bunch of 30-second clips.
Those are fight winners right there. So if Crawley can shut those down, that'll be absolutely huge.
All right. Oh, what? Where are you, Crowley?
But Tyler's going to toss it down regardless here, and unfortunately Crowley did have to
So I expected
translocate
Crowley
out
to
of
be,
there. So
yeah,
all
had
the
to
ultimates are
translocate.
being used, but the 6-man
Oh.
EMP. Now here's the question, can Blue Team follow up on it? They go in right away, hit the go button on that speed boost, and Rack Attack
We'll
finds
check
the
out
first kill onto
Yankee
Dunks.
Wolf.
Tyler stunned up and finished off, and Blue
I'm
Team
switching a
have
lot
found
more than I
themselves
really
an
should.
opening.
And it was all off of the back of that EMP too. It was perfect timing with the Reinhardt in order to land a
Short
shatter.
series would be nice to do the basic
Didn't
stuff
get
and
as
more
many
advanced stuff.
members
Yeah,
as he
that's how
was
we keep it
probably
updated,
hoping,
right?
But it was enough just to get
Some little
through,
versions.
get onto the point, and start this fight for them.
All right, now you're seeing the recontest come in. Dunks hits the shatter. 3 members
okay,
down, but
we're
they're
gonna
caught in the
stay
grab,
here,
so they
I
can't
think.
follow up on it.
I'm gonna go
Spooty
free cam
trying
now.
to do that because he did avoid it, but he just gets popped out of the
Who's
mech
gonna
for his
win?
troubles, and it's not looking too good for him. On the side there as Yankee Wolf finds the kill onto Dunks, taking out the Reinhardt. We talked about that. Nobody's on the payload actually, so or the point. So it will be capped, and Blue
Now we're gonna
Team
go
have
at 6.
about 4 minutes to
Check
push
the Zarya.
it. Just about
Chasing
halfway
here.
through
Check out
second
Schwinn.
point. Well,
Will he get
two-thirds
it?
more like.
Supportal combat.
Oh, and the stagger on the Red Team Lucio Faceless Duck. Ooh, that's gonna take them out of the fight for just a little bit longer.
Do a little third person up here. I'll
Just
add some
watching
extra
Crowley here
perspective.
again with another
If I don't
EMP.
touch my
You
mouse
saw
at all,
the
it'll
results
actually
he got from the
automatically
last
go,
one, so
which sometimes can be
this is
bad.
a dangerous
But if I
situation
move
for
my
Red Team to
mouse,
be
I
in
can
right
control
now.
the direction or the controller.
Yes, Red Team's Brigida Dan Twist definitely has to be on the lookout, ready with that shield back.
Here we go. No, it's not going to matter. Another 6-man EMP. Tyler taken down in the back line, and the rest of the team will just fall.
Maybe
by
if
the
I free
hands
cam
of
after that.
Crawley Sombra, the EMP.
Because first person,
so big.
I don't
And
know,
look how fast it
especially when
charges. He's
when
already
the EMP is
about
going to be really
20% to another
big,
one.
I might just free cam it after.
Very true, but on the plus side for the defense.
Oh, attack and defense, dude. I always forget.
They died on
honestly.
the payload.
True.
I'm the only
They
one that
died
doesn't
quickly,
actually.
So now they have enough time to get into another good fight. And on top of that, they're coming in with a bomb and a rally to engage.
Yeah, that's the one plus that they have.
Just I
He's gonna
hate
toss in the
I
bomb
hate
right away.
not
just the naked
having
bomb,
that
like you
them
called it
correct.
earlier.
You know what I mean?
Doesn't find
So
any
I'd
picks
rather
this time,
not have them.
unfortunately.
And just like
You
look
know
at
they
what the
would've had
color
to
is
have
at the
that
top of
because
the
they need
screen,
to burn as
anyways.
much time on the clock as possible. But that's a good way to
Alright,
do it.
I'm distracted
Taking out the
by chat.
Graviton Surge of Yankee Wolf, and then finding Lukey right after.
Alright, so
this is swinging
defense is gonna win
definitely
here.
in the favor of the red team here.
Alright, so I'm gonna
Great
pop up the
work
free
just
cam.
negating that ultimate. It's
We'll let
so
them if they push past
important
this point, then I'll
as
turn the
D.Va
camera.
to shut down the Graviton Surge, and it's really hard. So big props to Spooty there.
Alright.
Yeah, that was a very vital point in their defense. If he did not eat that
backwards here.
Graviton, this could have already been over by now.
Alright, Rack Attack's got the
Exactly. And
EMP.
oh boy, so blue team,
Sorry, I
they
mean,
really don't have a lot
Transcendence.
left in the bank here. Coming up with another EMP, but all they've got for the time being is the
Check out Tyler.
Transcendence.
Where's Tyler at?
They do have 2 minutes to get this EMP and 1 fight win though. But with that slam right into the shield,
Okay.
might not be the fight.
Alright, we'll check out.
Tyler
This
does
is
pick up
stuck
Afro.
here.
He was stunned. A little bit confusion from him, perhaps. He thought he was in a position
Surprised
where he
not
couldn't.
pushing
But,
even harder.
well, Reinhardt's
Yeah.
Earth Shatter works in many funny ways. Science doesn't quite understand it.
Yeah, I guess you don't want to go
Here's just the
too
stagger
hard.
picks that are coming through as the red team
Check out
will
the
just
D.Va.
try and burn, again, as much time off the clock as possible.
And now we're starting to come into
I don't know
one
why
of
my-
those
the Moonbot
very
doesn't work.
climactic points in any Goats v Goats situation where both teams have almost
Tim, for
all
doing that.
ultimates
I gotta
online.
fix Moonbot
But the
after.
important one to watch here is again Crawley with that EMP.
Oh, yeah.
Ultimates mean nothing when you're EMP'd, and that could be the game winner here.
And I mean,
Alright,
you're
cool.
just
Yeah,
watching
we gotta
Crowley as he
go over to
sneaks into the
Crowley, right?
back line. The red team is
Let's just
pretty
go to him
split
right
up
away.
right now, so it's going to be tough.
third person
Oh,
it.
he gets detected, scouted out. Are they going to go for the full spy check and see if they can find him? No, they don't. So Crowley's still in the back line. Looks for the EMP. Tries to get onto Mudkip, but he couldn't quite. And now the Transcendence is out from them. Graviton Surgeon from Tyler, who did avoid that as well. Both EMPs will shut it down, and then Schwinn with the beat off the back of that to give everybody a little
See
bit of
where it
shields.
lands.
Bomb from Spoody
Oh.
finds Rack Attack. Shatter from Dunks as well, but it doesn't quite get anything. Now Yankee Wolf trying to make things work
Need
with the
the
Graviton
ultis?
Surge of their own,
What?
but it's
Okay.
just not enough. Red team sustains right through it. And as they find Lukey and Afro, this will be the fight once again, swinging in their favor. 40
We'll
seconds
go to
left. This
the
could
Diva
be
for
last
cleanup.
fight.
And that
Third
was
person
such
again.
smart support usage from the
I don't know
red
what's wrong
team.
with Moobot. It's not
Arena
working.
pops her rally
You wanna
early
do
because it
exclamation
gives
point
armor.
full screen?
EMP doesn't do
Maybe I
anything
misspelled
to
it.
armor.
I
So
set it up really
even
quick.
with the EMP, they're
Right.
still getting that sustained. Mudkip hides onto the side, so when the EMP comes out, you can just pop up with the trance and just
Alright, I should be looking at the attack
ignore
here.
and last through
Let's
the
free cam
EMP so they can get their ults back online. And now
Yeah.
blue team just has a rally on their own to engage.
They got nothing. Krawi had to swap off the Sombra onto that Diva as well, and this is last fight. 5 seconds left. Will the red team be able to stop things out? It all comes down to this. Right off the bat, Dan Twist
we're
uses
looking
that
at
rally as soon
Franklin
as
for the
he's got
shatter.
it built up. Lukey, though, with the shatter, could possibly be an opportunity for a play, but no, he gets
Getting hit.
completely and utterly blocked. There is nothing to be found from that, and Dunks with a shatter of his
Ooh.
own, knocks down Schwinn onto
free
the
cam
ground.
here.
They
This
don't
is
quite
pretty
finish him off, but
confusing.
Tyler's Graviton Surge gets eaten up by Krawi. Charge now onto Lukey, and he's taken out of the fight by
I don't know what I
Gaze,
like
but
about
she
those
finishes him off.
fast
Graviton Surge out, Transcendence
movements,
from
but it's
both
kinda-
teams
there's
here,
not much you
beat
can
as
do.
well
I'd
from
rather be able to
Face
see
the
it and for it
Stuck,
to be a
but
little
they layer the
jarring.
support ultimates, and that is disaster. That strike stuff for the red team. They've got nothing, and now Schwinn can just use the beat of his own, but the bomb, they gotta watch out for it. Schwinn gets caught off the back of it. Tyler
Let me
able to
save
get
that replay,
Afro
just
out of it,
'cause.
and now it's all up to Krawi. If he can find a bomb here, there might be an opportunity for them to continue to
All right,
push
we wanna
this
see the
payload, but it's
recontesting.
not gonna happen as the red team
If they're reinforcing?
completely wiped them out. It all came down to that layered support ultimates. That is what sealed the deal.
Nice.
Very true. Never wanting to layer the support ultimates because then they'll just be gone at the same time. You want one to start off with, one right as the other one's ending to help keep the sustain alive, and it just wasn't long enough, and
That's
the
not even
bomb
chat.
comes in to clean it all up.
Yeah, now just looking at the play of the game there, of course. Big bomb. You love to see those types of things, and quite a long match, but the payload again. Both these teams had a lot of problems on that second stretch of Hollywood. Why do you think that is?
Both of them seem to have difficulty, to me, really managing the neutral fight. Both teams seem to only really excel or decelerate, for lack of a better term, whenever they had an ultimate advantage.
Honestly, I
And
should be
that's
switching
sort
that
of
way earlier.
That's sort of something that you see often in these goats v goats compositions, where the neutral fight is just the leading up to the fight where all the ultimates get used.
All right,
Cool.
Musha, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
let's
mute
unmute.
you.
Unmute.
There you are.
Nice.
Fine.
Good stuff. All right. How'd it go? How'd it go?
I started feeling more comfortable when we got onto it, but it's still. Thank you for the hard carry on that, Ryan.
Yeah, I noticed you definitely got more comfortable as it went on.
Yeah,
which
100%.
was good. Which was good.
I still feel a little jittery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens to everybody.
So, I think for the as you're getting into color casting, one thing that's really good, and I should have said again before you went in, is pick one thing to watch out for. Like, what was one thing that was important and one thing to watch out for. This is an exercise you can do watching Overwatch League, watching Contenders, watching any Overwatch. Be like, in between each fight, or watch the fight that happened, be like, oh, I really like this thing, and I really am looking forward to this thing for the next fight, right? Saying a main point followed by a supporting details for that is really, really good for, as a caster for color especially. Because then it solves a bunch of things. Usually people have challenges of speaking too quickly. Usually that's because you're scatterbrained and you're not thinking about how to say what you want to say in a really concise way. So if you just say, what is the one thing I really liked? And then what is one thing I am looking forward to? And just make sure that you're being concise and being able to reach those conclusions quickly. That's a really good way to, it's going to help both play-by-play and color caster brains be able to, be able to do better. And,
Yeah,
and
that
that's how you
was-
upgrade your game knowledge, and you can test that against other people, like hang out and watch Overwatch League and chat in like a voice channel and just like comment on things.
That was definitely like the biggest struggle for me. There was like, oh, I'm watching the fight. I'm not thinking about the fight. I have no idea what to say right now.
For sure. Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, go. You can go.
I'd say
give feedback to each other. Good. Yeah.
The most important part as color is to not just be like very passive, right? Like you sit there and you watch the fight. You're like, okay, oh yeah, it was a good fight, and listen to the play-by-play. But really, actually, just I don't want to say ignoring what I'm saying, but just like, you know, leave it in the back of your mind and then really focus on what's going on in the fight itself, so that way you can give a good analysis. Because again, right, me as play-by-play, I can only cover so much, so I won't be able to get really in depth and really analyze that. So that's really on color to be watching for those things and then bring them up when it's their turn.
Yeah, there were a lot of fight engagements, or there were a lot of fights during that where I was like, oh, there's this really cool thing that happened really early in the fight that I want to talk about. Then something else really cool happened. I was like, oh, I want to talk about that. And then another cool thing happens, and then the fight's over, and then I forgot everything I wanted to talk about.
Yep.
Unlucky.
Yeah, it's rough, but it's something that will, again, over time, what you want to get comfortable with, looking at the game, having a takeaway, saying it concisely, handing off.
Yeah.
Right. And so that's something you can work. I'm curious to see what people think of this, but for like kind of this next generation of casters, I would say, I think like doing reps helps you get to comfort, but it doesn't necessarily upgrade your game knowledge. So I think there will be some exercises that'll be cool for upgrading game knowledge, and that's something that I think across the board people really struggle with. People aren't trying to do that. So what you end up doing is you sound great, but your content is meh, and you're actually not saying anything. You're saying a lot of nothing, and that's not really where you want to be, because it's really easy to plateau if you're not trying to work on upgrading your game knowledge, but still sound like you're improving, if that makes sense. All right. Let's see here. So good stuff. Thanks, Armstrong. I guess as
We have
Goopy.
14 people. We might be doing another game.
All right, cool. Sounds good. Let's get Bammy in here. We haven't had Bammy yet. You around?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here.
All
Not
right.
that
I think I'll peace out. Actually, I think I gotta go.
Ariane, thanks, man.
So, yeah, was fun. I'll be
stuff.
here tomorrow as well. See you guys.
Alrighty, see ya. To get some Bemmy play-by-play and Bemmy color and Necro play-by-play.
Sure.
Yeah, let me just grab some caffeine. I'll be good to go.
Ooh, all right.
Oh
Cool.
yeah, caffeine.
Silent, how's it going? Have you been watching the stream and hearing me talk about things? All right. Well, Silent looks like Silent is as the name would imply. As in he's typing. Okay. Let's see. Let's check out the chats. This is pretty dope, actually. I'm the shoutcaster for the local beer league in Toronto, and I've learned some sweet tips from this. Awesome. That's great to hear. The real Falcon. Thanks for stopping by.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
yep,
what we're doing.
we're gonna be continuing.
Hell yeah. All right. Okay.
Oh, so Moobos decided he just don't want to join our chat anymore.
Yeah, Moobot's just like, hey, come on, Saturday. You're not even paying
no,
me.
I think they're having issues.
Oh, okay. So Goldmane, what's happening is I have what you're seeing on BGG1 is a screen capture of my PC that is streaming like okay. So what I'm doing, I'm streaming my PC setup from a different PC. But my PC setup is also streaming to BGG2. So I'm streaming my streaming setup, but also still streaming from the stream setup. Okay. Since we have no producer or observer, I do all three. Yeah. Casting and observing is definitely fun. Smile. Actually, it's really good for it's a good exercise. All right. We have Bemmy in here in this game. Let me invite you.
Please and thank you.
All right, you are in. I just casted OCL. Oh, nice. Oh, sick. with Beatdown. How was that? OCL Ontario Challengers League finals today with Beatdown and LaFawn. Learned a lot from LaFawn today as well. Today was a great day for new tips. Great to hear. You love to see it. PogChamp Stealth Ninja. That's right.
Huge stuff.
Isle Shift smiling.
Beatdown always killing it.
Isle Shift smiling just like the EU crowd at Call of Duty World League. They love it.
Oh, hey, Shift.
Watch the mosing to learn about Observer. Yeah, that's great. Uni, I know you're running the lobby. I don't know if you have been able to watch the mainstream.
No.
Okay, I'll have you.
I'm busy trying to make sure KDK can get everybody.
Gotcha. No worries. Cool. Any other questions from folks around in general?
I'll be watching after though.
All right, cool. Yeah, the first two maps I'm like,
can I get editor on BGG too?
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
make some highlights so I can post them.
Cool. Yeah. Let me go make that now. Doo-doo-doo. Rolls. You are editor on BGG2. Yeah, we had no production value in Beer League. LO, I'm just trying to make the best I can as it is. Oh yeah, it's a big feel. We all started there. Isle Shift smiling as hard as FaZe when they handed LG their control win smile. That was interesting. Like the game, I've never seen that before. If you don't edit the rules like that, it's like the referee actually being a factor.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
Did you see the clip in slow-mo?
No, I didn't. I only heard about it and saw some tweets back and forth.
What are we talking about?
Go for it, Nick. I don't know the full story, Necra. Do you know?
Nope. I just saw that I held shift asked that in chat, so I figured I'd I'd ask.
Oh.
Oh.
No, I didn't see this clip in slow-mo. It's rage-inducing. I'll link it for you for convenience. This is why BGG is top dog. Wait, what's going on?
Oh, the Law's mom?
What am I watching here? Wait, what? Yo, this is a throwback clip. I don't know. Wait, what happens in this? Real Falcon. So y'all, the Real Falcon was casting earlier / producing today at Ontario Challengers League. Really good, super cool experience. First time.
Shadows, so it's just heartwarming enough for me to do.
What's that?
I was just looking at the clip that shit. Oh, I'm sorry, it was Law. Thought that was Shift. Because you said it. I'll link something in for convenience.
Yeah. It was her birthday? Oh wait, hold on. I'm gonna listen to the. I need to listen on another device. Famlit Dab Squad. Where's Mukai at these days? I need to message him.
Well, that was like a face I've never seen before.
Shout out to anything mom related on the internet is like, is it a meme or am I getting trolled or is it true? Is it actually happening?
Yeah, it is such a coin flip with moms.
Silent says in our Discord chat, any decent use case for third person or is it still terrible? This is a judgment call.
Okay, I have good news for all of you.
Hey, what's up?
What's up?
What map do you want them to play? They're under your mercy now.
Yeah, Bemi Necra, do you have a
I'm
preference?
very indifferent, but chat has been saying Blizzard, Kings Row, Numbani, and Oasis.
Ooh.
So.
Ooh, Blizzard. Ooh, how about this?
Busan.
What about
coin flip?
What about no? What about this? Havana.
Non-option.
That's
to
not
break
an
it to
option
you.
yet.
Okay. Thanks for Christmas tree. Oh, well, why not Blizzard? Because it's weird.
All right, let's do Blizzard World.
All right.
Let's do it.
Let's be weird. Let's do Blizzard.
Let's do it. The Law's dad's birthday is tomorrow. Hey, shout out to all
Okay.
the dads who have birthdays tomorrow, including the Law OW's dad.
Okay.
Is Moo back?
You are my dad. You're my dad. Boogie woogie woogie.
Someone has to leave soon, so we have to start to a cough.
Alright.
So Oasis.
Oh, what about Busan? Okay, never mind.
All right,
I think they said they did
Someone-
Busan. All right, cool.
Someone
So
threatened to leave if I pit Busan.
I'm gonna count y'all in, and then Necro, you can pick it up like a handoff, and then you can meet me.
Sure.
Awesome. All right, and you'll go on go. I'll say 3, 2, 1, go. Both casters ready?
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome back, everybody, to the OD Playoff Pugs. It's Bemi and Necra here on the casting desk, and we're starting off on Oasis for this set. And now, Bemi, what do you think we
Heyo.
might see from these teams as we enter team preview?
Cool. Hopefully the cast is very muted me. I'm gonna go to a
entering
cool
into
position.
this map of gardens,
wanna
which
show
is
some
always a personal
stuff
favorite
off.
of mine of the three. And you know,
let's
looking
do
at
that.
this
It's kinda
right
cool.
now,
Kinda
it's
cool. We're gonna
usually
bring the
we
audio
see
up.
dive happen a lot here, but it could be also triple DPS. There's a lot of
the audio
openings for
should be up now.
basically diving
gonna
into
come with a
certain
slow
positions
crawl.
and setting up some good crossfire. There's some good cover, good high ground. A lot of
Normally I'll call
play
in-game
styles
here.
are very
When they hear me, I would
warmly
say, like,
welcome
in-game.
here on the Gardens of
Alright,
Oasis.
cool. I have
So
hotkeys
I'm
for
expecting to
my
see,
third
looking at this,
person,
is going to be just a good
toggle,
old
'cause it
Winston
always
Goats
starts by default.
versus
Alright, this is a
Winston
bad
Goats.
route.
No
I
surprise
gotta commit,
here.
though.
Want to see how these Brigitas shield stun these Winstons and
health
punish
bars.
them
They
for
aren't on by
trying to
default.
dive in the background to punish their supports.
Well, it's definitely
We
no
see the
surprise
Winston
that we're
high
seeing
ground.
these Winstons because of that verticality that you talked about. It's not going to be a Winston
nice.
battle, but it will be Romanov the first to fall. So now it is just a blue team that has a Winston at this point.
Yeah, we keep
and
watching him
the
here.
blue team is also up
Swell
a
crawl.
support. So as they start picking off the last of
Get
the
a little
members
love.
of the red team, they'll be
Get some
taking
schwinn.
this point in their control and kicking things off in a big way.
Yeah, blue team was looking to like cover, or
pushing
red team
really
was
hard
looking
here.
to cover
Show
a
the Winston.
lot of ground, while blue team was just like working on trying to just
Check out
take
some
the high
Zenyatta.
ground, and
Alright,
necessarily
but we're gonna
as
go
we
free cam
learned
here.
from Mr. Kenobi himself that the high ground was working out quite fine. They were able to take out the main tank, and usually when you lose the main tank, Necra,
check this
things
out here.
start going down
So
south for you.
oh,
when you
no,
go
that's
with
sometimes what
Goatsy
happens.
Goats.
I was
But
literally
now
thinking that
things are coming
when you
in. They
target,
do have potential
when
to
you
try
click the
push,
spectate target
but,
on a
they
reticle, sometimes
don't
it goes
have
to
to be
someone
worried
really
about
far
too
away.
many
So you have to be really
options yet, but
careful
they gotta
about
be
that
careful about
to make
overextending
there's
a little bit on the
no
red team.
one behind.
Yeah, red team's getting a little bit in there. You see Dan Twist
Okay,
moving
I'm gonna go
away
Dan
from
Twist.
the main tank in Romanov here, which might mean that they get punished by this, but it's
Yeah, they're
actually
gonna
going
lose
to be
here
Romanov
now,
that gets punished
probably.
yet again
Like
for
hit.
going too deep
Can you carry?
without the support from the rest of his team because they're
Let it sit
also
a little
dead.
bit.
So
Going
we
free
have
cam.
the blue team that's maintaining control of this point, and they've got lots of ults
I think
to
red
use.
team's
Oh,
over
they
here.
got
Nope.
tons
Am
of
I-
ults and
oh my
dunks,
God.
just sort
I'm a
of
bot.
using the primal rage to knock back the team.
This is actually really sloppy
into
for me
their pit of doom.
right now.
Blue team looking super strong
Alright, cool.
here.
So they
really
have,
love their,
alright, so we
the
see
way they
Romanov
use their
diving
main
in,
tank.
going
Dunk's
in.
gonna retreat back, but yeah,
Watch the
they
mud
do
kit.
have support ults coming in.
Ooh, I could go to
do
Dan
want to
Twist,
see
too.
Romano maybe trying to do the same
Dan Twist is
tactic
pushing
Dunks
forward
was.
here.
Well, it's going to be
Alright.
dueling gravitons and transcendences. Oh my, lots of healing and sustain on this fight right
This is tough,
now.
because
But
it's
it
happening in
is
the choke
going to
point.
be a monkey in the middle.
I'm
as
gonna
we
stay
see
here.
Romanov
I don't know
get
if they
really
can push back
angry
into
to
choke here. Yeah,
displace
you
some
see
of the
that?
members
I'm ready to go
of
backwards.
The blue team, but they're still holding strong rally behind this Brigida
Okay,
and
any
Arrow
other-
right
okay,
now.
there's gonna be a
and there is
Primal Rage soon
still
from blue
a
team.
struggle for red
Here we
team
go.
to actually touch this point. Now we see a little bit of a Goomba stomp in the back line
I'll go
here
to
as
POV from
Dunks'
him.
turn to get angry and feisty here, but we are still seeing ultimates coming out here as
Oh.
Schwinns decides to
Nope.
go ahead and commit that sound barrier as well. And
Bad.
as we approach
We'll check
this
the Diva for
last
cleanup.
mark here, we might see a back cap here coming in from Faceless Duck.
Well, a good attempt at that, to say the least, but they will be able to close out that point. And also another thing that
I'll demonstrate why controller.
They were
the
really
beginning.
well
I think you
reserved
can
in their
see
ults on the
my.
side of the blue team. Just the fact that they were able
here.
to only needed to use that transcendence just to make sure they were alive during the grab. And yes, while they did commit the sound barrier in a unique time,
So,
Faceless Duck.
if I want to do a continuous,
clean up everybody,
like say the fight's happening on the point, and I want to do.
So really great stuff. Rack Attack on top.
See how
of
like
that,
it's kind of
also
inconsistent,
great on the Discord orb,
right?
so
and then I run out of
support's been
space.
Really
My mouse
here,
hits
Necra,
on my
just
keyboard.
With that Discord orb getting
But if I use this, then I can just hold my hand literally in the same place, and it can do
so that's pretty huge
very
in and
consistent
of itself, just
movement.
sort of denying that team fight.
In addition to that, I can turn very slowly, consistently, can turn
I
fast.
guess you could say
my movement,
5.5.
I can turn very slowly,
So,
whereas A
we'll
just
go ahead
is
and see how
binary,
things
right?
go here. University, a little more straightforward of a map.
Yeah,
We're going to
but
see pretty
honestly,
much the same comps, except now we're going to
it's
see
just-
a Winston.
there's kinda no comparison.
Reinhardt on a blue team, feeling confident without that
It's just-
diva. No,
it allows you to do a lot
so,
more.
I mean, this is a good opening for Tyler to shine.
Oh, you got
Yeah,
pushed down.
Tyler might be able to land some big
Where's Tyler?
gravitons here, but not if we see some big
Where's
anti-nades
Ty- oh,
landed
Tyler.
on the team.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, we didn't see King able to eat some of those bio grenades, which is usually one of
This
the
is a tough
reasons
spot.
why you don't end up seeing Anna's run into
I don't
a
leave it on it.
diva here. But
It's kind of a mess
even
right
though we
now.
got some of those kills from the red team, it will be the blue team that takes control
Nice,
of this
nice.
point first, just as they pick off Mudkeep as that last member
We don't
on the red
necessarily
team
see
still
the
alive.
point being taken here, but they're coming back.
Yes,
Faceless
they
is
will be able
chasing
to
here.
take it back, but they do lose both their Reinhardt
All right,
and
they're going
Zarya
up the
in the
point
process.
fast.
So I think we're just going to see this.
Yeah, they
point
really,
flip
really wanna
back
push the
over,
pace
Necra.
here.
We are going to
Alright.
see this point
Let's
flip
check out
back
King.
over because so many
Oh.
members are there, but that
big
massive
purple.
anti-grenade might be
Let's
enough
check out-
to
might
be
be
able to
Roshada
give
soon.
the blue
Then you clear
team the advantage within this
point.
fight. And
The
as
shields.
King takes a quick nap,
Oh.
that's the go signal for Dunks
Oh.
to go in.
Alright, free cam.
Romanov is able to get that Earth Shatter in as that shield drops for the blue team, which is going to
Alright, I'll
secure
save that
this
in the
point for
replay.
them even further
We'll zoom on
here. What
over.
an excellent shield bash that we saw from Dan Twist.
Most excellent.
Alright, I'm just
Shatter.
gonna
Couldn't
roll
agree
the
more, Necra.
replay.
And also on top of this,
I'd
we're
normally
kinda
call
seeing
replay,
almost
like
the
replay
exact
shatter,
180.
3, 2,
You know how
1,
we saw
and hopefully
red
he talks
teams
about
were
the
committing
charge.
A lot to the team
This will all
fight
be
that
from
was a
memory
little
for the caster,
overextension.
right?
We're seeing that now on the side of blue
After
team.
that,
We saw earlier that
see the
Dunks and
fight.
Coco were
Alright,
going
we're already
way
in the
too
action.
far.
Didn't really have enough time for that
This
replay.
is going to be a really far Graviton Diva Bomb combo here that is going to work
Alright.
miles
Get this
in
in
the
again.
red team's favor here. Of course, Dunks is going to have one last thing to say about that as they do take that Lucio out of the mix here. So red team might not be able to get super aggressive here as they
Okay.
wait for that Lucio to help them out with that repositioning.
No, they
Let 'em
shouldn't.
come in
And
frame.
also on top of that, they should be careful about using how
I'll
much
go to
ults
Coco.
they use. Now the ult advantage switching on over. Though their support ults, they can eat a lot of damage. So they can use the
You can get a
sound
used
barrier
controller.
from Schwinns to
Xbox
use it as
360 is fine.
initiative. They're going to just go ahead and drop the rally.
Anything
though.
USB.
Just eat that damage up and try to respond if there's a grab or a shatter company.
Well, there's going to be a really aggressive sound barrier here, but the Graviton as well will get mitigated by the Transcendence. But now we're seeing more ultimates committed here, and an unfortunate failed Earth Shatter is
nice
going to
for me to
burst
pull
out
back a little
quite
faster, but
a lot more from the red
it's not
team
too jarring.
here.
Oh,
But
that's
as
nice.
Romanov
Nice shatter.
is not there. That Earth Shatter
Oh,
will
interesting.
hit, but it will be Dunks
They
that
hit it,
loses
but
his
yeah.
life instead. So without
So again,
that
from behind the
shield for
point-
the blue
the team that we
it's
think is
gonna
gonna
be
win.
easy pickings
Oh.
as the red team continues to
Oh.
clear this up. But there's
Mud
a
kit.
cap coming in. It's Crowie, the baby diva, that half of a player
Oh, they
that
got
we
the
were
mech.
talking about
Check out
before
Crowie.
that is going to try to stall this point for their
Wait,
team as
is this
this
happening?
point enters last
Oh.
fight
Oh,
territory
no, that
here.
was just a big
We're
stagger.
just trying to be able to proc that overtime timer,
Okay,
which
this is messy here.
we
All right,
will
cool.
not
Again,
see Crowie do,
looking
but we
for
will
the
see Dunks
reinforcements.
do. But there weren't too many
just wanna watch
blue
the
team
point.
members left to be able to make it to the point. A
Chance coming in.
last Transcendence here from Rack Attack will be the last attacking pressure here from the blue team in order to make this point happen.
Anyone
But
else?
red team,
Schwinn?
they're looking to even up the score here as they're going to be able to take this point in a very convincing
You see
fashion.
Lucy on the right side. I'm going
Yes, they will
to
be able
pan
to at
so I
some
can keep
point
seeing. Okay, I'm
soon.
just going to
They
back
are
up
trying
completely.
their best, but it
Anything
is
can happen
really
here.
just
Yeah,
coming
here
in
comes the
one
bomb.
way. Hold on, self-destruct.
Oh,
Where's the-
Self-Destruct
what is
is
going
going
on?
to find itself in the mark of some bubbles of invincibility here on the red
okay,
team.
we're just gonna
so
watch
won't be
Mudkip
able
for
to
the
find the
cleanup.
value that we expected to see.
could actually
with
probably
the
could have
very
swapped
before,
Mudkip
but
sooner.
yeah, that's going to be a really quick expiration of that overtime wick, and now the series is all tied up.
Series is all tied up.
Swapping
and looking
between the
sharp
mouse and the
here,
keyboard, any
Necra.
issue?
Blue team
Nope.
just not regrouping.
I
and
actually don't
not
touch my mouse really
allowing
that much,
themselves
as you
the
can
time
see.
to just sort
My
of
mouse just stays
give
over
up
here.
a little bit of percentage so that way they can win the team fight overall. Instead, they committed to ultimates that while
Falcon,
they
you
were able
cast
to
for fun?
find
Very
some
cool.
results from time to time, time didn't allow them to really just get that full advantage, because that ult advantage was going to the red team quite consistently.
So I have a hotkey
for
health bars
where we saw Coco
on my
and Dunks
controller,
going extremely
as
aggressive.
well
Now
as
we're going
third
to go
person.
in over
I use use
here
Y.
into the city center, and we're gonna see
But
this
default is
space
spacebar,
DPS
and
coming
then you
out very
have to
soon,
set
and I like this a
the
lot.
health bars
No pharmacy,
as a hotkey,
so
and you
not
have to
even
turn
a
it on.
Zen to actually just to pocket it potentially. Oh, there we go. We're gonna see Schwin's coming out, so never mind. I spoke too soon, but either way,
cool.
looking really good, especially against goats. And
Romanov?
Are we playing in traffic?
They reset it?
Faceless Duck. Hello?
Okay.
I guess they saw exactly what the blue team was running, and they decided they didn't want to play goats into that. They're actually going to be moving back to get some swaps in.
Fair enough. I respect that. You don't want to give your opponent too much
so
all
I'm gonna
charge,
do some
so
free
just
cam.
go ahead and SD. So they are
Nice.
switching it over. And
Sometimes you
there
get
we go.
lucky.
Mudkip's gonna
Sometimes
get
you want to
rewarded
switch, but then you
for
don't.
Mudkip will get rewarded, but that will get completely neutralized by the Resurrect coming
Alright,
in
let me
for
get
the
some
Mercy on the
after
blue
him
team.
here.
And now this means that we're even back up here with a 6v6, but looks like the
I don't
red
want
team
to
are
stand
down
this
a
too
couple of
long
members
unless
because
they
they're
have a really good
fighting
opportunity to
battles
get kills.
all across the map right now. It's Romanov
listen
trying
for
to
what they're
1v1 rack attack on the high ground right now, but he's going to take a little bit of a nap here. It will be Tyler that tries to protect him, though, as he tries to charge his way into the fight. But
I'm listening to Necro. That's how I knew to switch
it's not
there.
going to be a win for Romanov versus the Ana on the blue team of rack attack, but it'll be a win for Tyler here. So now we're starting to get some momentum from the red team as we start to see them take control at this point. High amounts of damage coming out from Tyler, but a lot of damage clapping back on the blue team as well. So this is still anyone's game right now, as
Okay,
nobody
so
has been able to
I'm
take over
disoriented.
this
I actually
point.
don't know
A
which
little
way
bit of
the
progress going to
reinforcing
blue
team is coming in
but
from.
that progress is wicking away
So I'm
as
just
the
gonna
red
come
team
up over
continues to
here.
whittle away at
Let's
their
look at Mudkip.
offenses here. But as that Sombra recalls, that might be the
my
man
God.
advantage that the red team needs in order to bully the blue team off of the point.
So
But
we're
these
watching
Hammond
red
Mines
team.
doing a lot to zone out these players, the red team, but not
Oh my God.
quite
I'm
enough
actually-
to be able to stop them from
Okay,
capping
I
this
see
point.
Mudkip, but he then just died. This is
No,
just
not
chaos.
quite, and they are still going back and forth to get the
I see
res.
Tyler,
Looks
they're going
like
the high
red
ground
team
here.
will be able to finally cap it. Rack Attack is just kind of buying them a little bit of time, but overall, after a period of time, they will be able to just sort of start switching into a little more of a like Reinhardt Diva, just 2-2-2 composition, and things are going to be looking good for them. They're a little bit behind ults right now, Necra, but things are fine. Krari has an EMP. There
Ooh,
it
it's
is.
gonna be a really big one too. They've got
That's a
4
juicy one.
members, and Tyler gets taken out because he has
Gonna
not
switch to
able
that.
to get away. And
That's okay
Arrow
on the
going in
swap,
with
like,
the
if they're doing the
massive
ulti.
aerial assault here with that Pharaoh Barrage will be enough for
I mean, it
them
has to be
able
okay,
to flip this over.
but I
And
don't wanna
that was some
miss
nice
that.
battle mercy action right there.
That was some very nice battle mercy action. It was
Very
also really just nice,
disoriented
just
here.
like the ground pound coming in from
Control
the
is really
wrecking ball,
rough,
and
but then
just
of course
Diva
multiple
Mercy
DPS
just comes in
is so much
valiantly
harder.
and just punches them in the face, and now they have this point to themselves just because they had the ult advantage and they were going for that
Who
fight a long
is
time, just slowly
Rectac
switching
going
on over
to-
heroes for the red team.
Again, so if you
Did
press
allow them to get
the
that
F
point
key
earlier, so things
that
were looking
corresponds to the
fine,
person
but
again,
blue
it will
team
actually
looking
go
sharp
out
now.
into
They have pulse bomb
free
comes out,
cam.
doesn't find any results, but it's okay.
So here's a trick that you can do.
still
You
come
press
to
the
fruition,
Ana
they can wrap
key,
things up here.
and then
Well,
you
it's
press
going
whoever
to
they
be
nano.
a really long arcing
wanna show
Diva Bomb
this.
here coming out from King, but
I don't know
while
if they're gonna
that's
do it.
happening, they're not there to utilize the defense matrix to protect the team from that assault coming in from Arrow and Coco. So lots of damage unable to be mitigated here, which means that there's a very big advantage here for the blue team to continue their hold on this point right now, and now they're working up to an EMP
Alright, cool.
from all
We haven't been watching
of
the red teams that much.
that damage.
Yeah, they're certainly working on trying to farm
Oh,
this
boy.
up and hack whatever they can. Oh, Tyler
Oh no.
gets stopped dead in their tracks, though. Necra, things are looking still fine
red
for the
team's gotta
side of
pull back
blue
here.
team. They still have a good amount of ults coming in the way. They are
What's
switching
going
on
on?
over to a couple of different things, and I think what they really need to do is they need to watch their 6 a little bit more. You see, they have 2 flanking DPSs on the side of blue team, so you know Coco and Crawley can really shut things down
Alright,
a lot. So
try
they
to do a
need
full
to make sure
reset.
that Dan Twist or somebody can really address them in the back line.
I would almost switch over to a dive here, especially when you're looking
I
at
agree.
a triple DPS. That Winston can do a lot to be able to tickle that Sombra out.
This
But
is
we're
interesting.
approaching last fight territory here, and
Yeah.
Red's running out of some options.
Yeah, it's running really low. Tyler switching over to the Maze, an interesting choice. We'll see how that works for them.
Well, it's going to be an EMP barrage that's going to be cleaning up most of the team here, but unfortunately, before Afro is able to deal with the rest of that
Alright, so
damage,
it's
they
Mercy
will be
pick
taken
big.
out of this fight. Yeah, that's going to be
Alright,
a
so we
huge
know
pick there
blue
for
team
the
is in
blue team,
advantage
especially the
here.
Schwinz is still alive. So you do have a lot of healing, a lot of sustain left as
man.
Rack Attack and Schwinz are trying
Oh,
to
man.
pocket each other from this attack of the Mei. But Tyler taking a nice snap, unfortunately not going to be able to utilize that Mei as much as we would have liked to see here. And now we've got Dumps
look
playing
for ultis. No,
pinball
no,
into
there's
the
nothing
rest
here.
of the
Afro's
members
back
of
on
the
Genji.
red team as they continue to cycle in one by one
We
just
might
to
like
be
some
taken
Genji.
out. 1 by 1. So we're just
Blue
cleanup
team's
crew
cleaning up.
here for the blue team as that overtime wick expires, and it will be blue team taking this series 2-1 over red.
Absolutely. Taking that
Control
initiative and
is
looking
a
very solid
challenge.
there. So overall, really nice stuff. And also on top of that, they really understood how a scrappy fight works, and they really were staying near
Wait,
each
is
other,
red
but
team on?
also taking on these
I blanked
1v1s.
out.
Beautiful stuff coming in from blue team. And also really amazing stuff from
no,
Crowley.
that
DMPs were
was-
huge.
Oh, the
No, that was blue
EMPs
team.
were huge. Even if they didn't get 6 members for lights
Yeah.
out, they got the important members, mitigating a lot of the ultimates that
Oh,
the red
got to
team could have
advance
used to
the
be able to
current.
save themselves from some of the other ultimates that were in the pocket. But I think that's going to be it from us as we turn it back over to Mushu in full so that we can continue this amazing production production stream here.
Back to your hands, Mushu.
Wow. Thank you. Looks like we might be done.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Let's see what Uni says.
Oh yeah, we're done.
We're done. Alrighty. Wow.
Until tomorrow, days.
Until tomorrow.
All right. Excellent.
Good stuff. All right. Thanks, Bimmy and Necra.
Yeah,
That's
thank
fun.
you for
Y'all have
having
any? I guess you guys can feed back to each other if anything. If you have any.
I have no complaints.
No, it was good.
It was fun, as
Yeah,
usual.
I had trouble figuring out who to spectate. It's like Goats is nice to observe and is easier to commentate because it's like, especially when there's so many DPS on the board, you don't know exactly who is the right person to watch, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And just because fights can be happening everywhere, so that's what's been super challenging. Oh man, I forgot to turn off 2D mode. My bad, guys. Sorry, that should have been much bigger on stream. So yeah, I think in terms of I was also talking at the same time, so I wasn't like 100% listening. But I think for those, it definitely felt challenging to know like who to watch for and what setups they're going for, or in what way are people winning, and so yeah, just as a small note, I think just something to think about of like, especially when it's chaotic. Right? How do you bring that chaos to be streamlined and to be easier to understand? So, but yeah, that's just
that makes sense.
just kind of a thought to put out there. So
Okay.
So cool. Well, thanks for casting though, and thanks Bambi for waiting so long. Sorry about that. Hopefully it was still educational. But got to hear some of the other casting and whatnot.
Yeah, no, and the more times I get to be a color caster, the better. More experience.
Coolio. All right, I'm gonna just go for the. Unless there's anything else you guys want to discuss, I was gonna go to some questions.
Room 1 text.
Yeah.
I'm pretty chill. I'm gonna biggity bounce. But thanks again, Mushu, for letting me be here and then
thanks for coming by.
Say hi to some folks. Yeah, no problem. Have a great one.
You too. All right, cool. So Silent, you got some questions? Oh, Necro, anything? Or you're welcome to chill if you want, but yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna go take care of some things, but
you're good.
best of luck with the rest of the stream, and we'll be back tomorrow. So
thank you.
GG's go next.
Thank you. Alrighty, so we're gonna go through some of the questions here and maybe some recaps. It's a bit of a whirlwind. Okay, so Silent said in Discord, 2 more questions. Camera positions per map, useful or not? That is so. Pimp loves camera positions. I tend to not use them. And I think it's because I'm a little lazier in that way. Like, I won't remember where position 1, position 2, position 3 is. And I would rather do like a slow crawl through a map. And let's see here. What is going on? Yeah, so I'll just show what I'm going to talk about. What? Excuse me. Some of these names are actual terrible. Hammond cart. I'll show you what I mean with just some spectating things. Like just slow crawls is what I tend to do. Let's see here. I tend to use right mouse button followed by crosshair to transition in and out of free cam. Is that a good idea? So yeah, I think what you're talking about is how on the. See, for me, it's so foreign to me to use the mouse keyboard, but right mouse button, it does go into POV. So if I'm right clicking here, it goes into their POV. What is this game? So same thing for the controller. I use R3 to do the exact same thing. And this is called spectate target on a reticle. Let me show this in the options, controls. Under spectate target on a reticle, see? Right mouse button, and this is my R3 on my Xbox controller. It's the exact same thing. There are no health bars? Hello? I guess they're not enabled for this. So if I'm spectating, it'll spectate whoever's closest to the center of the screen. Right? So if I want to spectate this person right here, that's why I sweep in behind them and then I click the button. Then it's already in POV. Then I can go to the F keys. That's how I do that. All right, let's catch up on chat. The graphics customizable are all built in. So as you can see in OBS on the right side here, I don't know how familiar you are with OBS. I'm sure you are, Falcon. But we have all our scenes here, and within each scene is a compilation of sources. Sources are either VLC sources, or we have Overwatch game capture, or we have all of these text and image setups. So that way we are able to overlay. I'll play some of this audio here. We can just put all of the text and the images and the game capture and everything all together. That's how we compile them. And so you look at the, like this part of the overlay is a PNG, and then the text is customizable. So we're pulling text for anywhere you see written words that change. Anywhere that's not written, that's a static image. That's a static image, the Broadcast.gg logo. This is just Ryan charging here. So the tool handles changing all of these images. So let's say 5 goes map 4. We know it's Volskaya. If I hit update, it changes the image. It's still, so this tool renames a generically named image so that when OBS says, I want to find map 4 slice, this tool says, I'm going to give you Volskaya because it's selected Volskaya. And because it is current, I'm going to give you the colored version of Volskaya. If I were to not have that activated, then it'd be the grayscale version. Right, so the tool handles all this stuff. So we design all of the images and whatnot behind the scenes, and then this tool is the one that will spit the image into the right spot. Pimp, I think we need to show off the new stuff a little bit here. We won't go over super crazy, but okay, let's see here. Oh wow, the chat got kind of crazy. Okay, so you have a solid graphic designer. That's great. Something like this, interchangeable graphics. You can customize your graphics, drop it in, as long as you're using the map slices and whatnot. You can take advantage of what we have, but we also have a new package coming out where it's all based on HTML and JavaScript and some really awesome stuff. Also a tool that Pimp built as well. All right, let's see here. Goldman says, do casters have their own monitors to watch the game? So casters are spectating in the game just like me. So if I am a caster, I'm having to go in game and spectate myself too. All right. So that's why it's really important casters should be cognizant of the fact that someone has to follow them, but also for the audience. Not only the observer, the audience has to listen along to what you're saying. And so that's why it's really important to make sure that you're setting up each caster, as well as the observer to know what to look for. Okay. I'm assuming you have a 2 PC setup. CPU load must be insane. You'd be surprised. So many people can actually produce Overwatch because I'm streaming at 900p. So I have a kind of a really beefy setup. I have a 1080 Ti and a i7 8700K, and I am overclocking it. But even then, many people can stream on other settings. Like they could go 720p for the output at 3500 bitrate on X264. You can actually, it's not impossible to do from, and I normally would just do it from a single PC setup. For today, I'm doing 2 PC setup because if you're watching on BGG1, you are hearing me and watching my setup, my OBS and tool and the mixer here. But if you're watching BGG2, you're watching the output from my OBS that you see on BGG1. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, contenders we get a clean feed. That's right. But in open division we have to spectate because we go into the lobby. Can you go over tri-cam and caster cam setup? Yeah. So we actually showed this a bit earlier today, and we need people in Skype to do this. They're frozen, but they're still around, I guess. So anyways, this is within our, say, duocam casters. This is what, when you download it and get it, it'll look like this. You open up the booth cameras, you go down to caster NDI, you need to unlock a couple things. You right click on this, and then from the drop down, it'll show you a couple different names. You just have to know which name is the person you want to put in there. You select them. And this is the thing that a lot of people don't know about. So just one thing to get in the habit of, especially when they're in groups, is you select the thing you want to edit, and it'll actually show you the highlight, right? Now I can now grab this and it won't affect the rest of the things in the group. Sometimes if I just straight up like click on this, it'll move both, right? So I want to select this first, and then I want to select this. And then if you hold Alt and you drag, almost like you're scaling it, this will actually crop. So you can let go of Alt to scale it, and then hold Alt, crop it, like so. We're gonna do some, I think we just need to put some step-by-step with the NDI, because there's a couple things today that I think we missed in the text instructions we had recently. All right, I'm sorry I'm so behind here. Trio camcasters. You have to record sound on different tracks. I'll go through the rest here. I'll address all of these. I just want to make sure nothing else I can quickly address. What are the PC specs for streaming PC? Yeah, I think. So I'm using my my graphics card because I have a 1080 Ti, fortunately. Let's see here. I'm gonna be dead some Monday, LOL. After doing these OCL finals today, then we got our TOBL finals tomorrow. Oh boy, 16 hours of yelling. Best of luck. Take care of the voice. Okay, so in terms of sounds, normally what would happen is, and I'm sorry for, so BGG2 is gonna have some extra sounds here. Normally in desktop audio, your system sounds would come through here, is like your Overwatch and whatnot. So actually, I think you can see it. Yeah, so now you can see my microphone is on a different track from the desktop audio. Desktop audio picking up my Overwatch. And so what you can do is when you sound check, you can stream to like a secret channel or your personal channel and just say that you're test streaming. You'll want to stream it and then maybe on a different device, listen to it like on your phone, plug in some headphones, and then you can do some audio balancing between your Overwatch sound and your casters. All right. So yeah, that's how these are controlled in different tracks. That way, if you're oh, did I have music playing the whole time? On BGG2. Oh my gosh. Because I wasn't monitoring. All right, anyway, so just for example, let's say you needed to mute casters. You could do this, and you didn't want any Overwatch, but you could still have the music going. Oh my god, the music was actually playing the whole time. Oh, does anyone in BGG use Voice Meter Banana? Yes, Ben and Qbot are quite good at Voice Meter Banana. There may be others as well. Can't seem to understand how, but it looks like everything there is doable natively. Yes, it is extremely powerful. I'm going to have them make content around that. And then, because that way you don't have to do all this manually here. There's hotkeys you can have. But luckily, I have this thing called the GoXLR. So I'm able to do a lot of it just from here. So I can set these inputs to different points. And so let's see here. Oh wait, no, okay, the other stream couldn't hear me for that moment, sorry. If I turn, so I have like my Spotify linked to this specific audio source, so I can bring it up. Right, or I can have it up, mute it. Oh wait, you can't see the mixer. I think that's good, hold on. Make sure, yeah, okay, cool. You can see it. So yeah, my music can be controlled through here. It's just like sliding this up and down too. But let's do this now with Overwatch. My Overwatch is linked to this system mixer here. And so essentially, the voice meter would come in on this one input, but then you would control the separate mixers just like I have physically here with the GoXLR. I don't know where the right position is for this. Okay. Good enough. I think we're not going to do too much more anyways here. Okay. I think that's it. Thanks to who helped organize this? Is KTK and Univeth. Thanks for arranging. Oh, sorry. Yeah, thanks for helping arrange this. So KTK was helping out from the player side, and Uni for coordinating our side, making sure that we had all the people that wanted to join this workshop. So it's pretty last minute kind of thing. Yeah, KTK hit us up and said, hey, we have some pugs that we want to do. Do y'all want to broadcast it? And then it said, hey, we need to get some more observers. We've been wanting to make this content, and I wanted to see if I could do a 2 PC setup so I can show my output as well as the actual output. I wasn't able to route it because I just ran out of time, so that the actual output to BGG2 doesn't have my audio, but if you tune in to here and see this whole setup, then you can hear me here behind the scenes. Is BGG looking for producers? What's the reason behind the workshop? Yep. Yeah, we're looking for producers. They're few and far between. It's something that people don't gravitate towards because it's not a public-facing role, but we definitely are always looking for new producers because, of course, people have to have a system that can handle it. Normally their sets are the entire broadcast day, right? So we're talking anywhere between 4 to 6 hours. And then the internet upload speed needs to be stable enough to support it. So, yeah, I mean, definitely give a download or go ahead, and we actually have on the website how to get started, which could be updated. Again, we're gonna revamp a lot of this stuff, but if you go to the website, look at that. We got the embed here, so it's a little meta. But if you say practice, then this is a good go through this here. So just go to the website, click on practice, and we say as talent, then we talk about as a producer, what you can do to get started. But yeah, just DM me. It's just because, yeah, you need to have you have the equipment, you need to be interested in this, and it's just, people don't hear about it and people don't know. And that's why we did this. Not only for right now, because we need it, but that way in the future, we can have some really great guides, like cut up this VOD, have little snippets where we will show some really basic things, into where it's like, as technology changes, as packages get updated, then we can replace the things that have become out of date. What bitrate do I record at for my VOD? So I'm streaming. If you're on BGG1, I'm for both. I think I'm streaming at 5K. I might be streaming 6K here actually. Output stream. Yeah, I'm streaming 5K. I probably should have upped it. That's probably fine. 5K at 900p. And then for my recording, I just say high quality medium file size. I don't set the specific bit rate for that. Yeah, recording VODs, yeah. I mean, the more you can record it at, the better. I'll DM with you some work I've done. This is great though, because I learned about the scoreboard tool in NDI. Awesome. Yeah, definitely. You can hit up Pimp as well. But yeah, let me know if you're interested and show me some of the stuff you've done. What version of OBS am I using? I'm supposed to be using the latest. It's OBS Studio 23.1. Yeah. All right, cool. Wait. If I change the stream here. Oh, okay. I think I'm gonna kill this stream here on BGG2. Any questions from there? If not, you should hop out of this main channel, because I'm gonna stop this stream and recording. Stop the replay buffer because I want to show our fancy schmancy package here. Whoa! Check this out. Welcome. Virtual cam? No. I can do that. Let's see here. Oh, look. Some people are still here. Let's go into a... Can we do a test? So, audio and video. Yep, okay, cool. So, what I can do is there's a plugin you download from OBS or for OBS called Virtual Cam. And basically what this does is it takes my broadcast output and it turns it into a webcam. So I've turned it on in OBS, so now this becomes a webcam. As you can see in Skype, it's picking up. See, I can have chroma cam. I have these other things. I have vMix installed here too. But normally you'd have like your Logitech C922. And if I click on OBS camera, this is going to send out my broadcast feed to them. And you see it's backwards. It's because so that when people are positioning themselves, it gives them a mirror, but it goes out to them the correct way. If you want to test call me, I don't know if we need to. We could if you want to, but I think this shows that this is the webcam now, and I can change the scene. All right, I can have goes to the premiere. Oops. The BRB screen. We have our teams. Ooh, okay, cool. So now I'm going to kill this. What's virtual cam used for? Great question. We have an article on that. If you go to broadcast.gg, so virtual cam, it allows you to customize what your output is of your, I'm going to make an image for this. Virtual cam allows you to customize your webcam output. So let's say you want to do a chroma key, like you're a caster with a green screen behind you. How do you edit out the green screen? Well, OBS has tools. Well, how do you get OBS out to the webcam? Good question. So we already talked about this. So this is the guide here. Good Broadcast.gg. It's one of the latest articles. And essentially what happens is, we don't show the chroma keying here, but remember everything I showed around virtual cam start? Within OBS, you can edit out the green screen, put in a new background, and then it'll look like, where are the examples? We had some examples. They're gone. I don't know. But you saw earlier with Rian, right? In the Minecraft background. I got colors mixed up, gray and black. And you can, in addition to that, let's say I'm showing a replay, right? And they can't see it. Then that will make it much nicer. Oops. Just want to make sure I'm not overlapping here. So yeah, it's like maybe I want to show a replay, then I'll tell them what the replay is supposed to be, and then they can look over to Skype and better line up what they're saying with what they actually see. This is mostly for talent and casters. Yeah, it's mostly for talent and casters if you want to send them back the broad so that they can see exactly what is being shown on stream. But in addition to that, it's good for casters who want to edit out their green screen backgrounds, because OBS has the ability to do that. It's a filter. So OBS, you put your webcam into OBS, and you take your OBS, you edit out you filter out the green screen, you replace the background, then your OBS sends out a webcam stream to Skype. Big brain. But yeah, this is the new tool that we're able to work on. That is honestly blew my mind. So this is the new like layout here, and so yeah, I mean everything. Obviously, we have a lot more information here. So let's say we wanted to also say that they're tank, DPS, support, Then if I update this, I'm gonna go to Team B. Then to see that's the text there. So one thing, when we had their nations that they're from, when EU Open Division, we were able to put in like, Miniri was from Sweden or Roadhog was from Germany. Oh, she's leaking new tool. Oh, I guess. We're gonna show this off soon anyways. I'll just show the features. How about that? I don't know if you're actually memeing. So let's see here. So that's one scene. We have our current score screen. Oh, this is my favorite. Jeff checking out the guide. Is it safe to jam you guys with an Overwatch match that I produced? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, drop it into looking for feedback in the main Discord, but and tag us. That's probably the best place. Or whatever Pimp says. Pimp, should I not show the tool? I wasn't sure. All right, cool. So I'm gonna try to hide this here. Okay, Clockwork Vendetta, Wind and Rain. Let's say this is completed here. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. If I update this here, now it's completed. How does it look actually when it's updating live? Change map 1 to an actual map though. Oh, okay. Wait, I'll do Ilios first and say not completed. All right. Set as current. Let's just say this. Say we don't know these. It's, I don't know. Assault. Hybrid. Escort. Control. Assault. Nothing. So say this is what it would start as, right? You only know the first map and you'd have no scores there. Then after that's done, say Clockwork Vendetta wins. So I change the score up here. They win it 2-1. It's completed. And then we know the next map is, let's do that first. So then it would change that there. And then our assault map, say we go Paris. Yeah, so typically what we would do is I would set the scene beforehand. Let's say Paris is done now, right? We're talking about Clockwork Vendetta. I know Paris is won by 1-2-1 by Wind and Rain. So I'd update that there. And then we come back to the score screen, right? Then it shows the score off like that. Has that nice animation. So yeah, that is the, oh wait, okay, there's a scores there too. Yeah, so this is pretty cool. This is pretty fun. We change the score here. Let's say we were on Lijiang Tower, or wait, Rialto. It was a nice full hold, and we'll get Dorado. It was a 3-0, and we'll go back to the map. All right, I messed up this one, but you get the deal, right? We drop in the logos of the winning team. We show the text of the winning team, and here's the best part: is that let's say we're only doing a best of 5 set. I'm going to actually delete that too. And we know that the map pool is like, so escort, assault, hybrid, control. Let's see if this works. So you remember before how it had 7 maps. So we use the same exact scene and it just stretches it out and fits in automatically. Like so. So it's really dope. And it also says 4-3 now. 1st to 3. We have up to 7 maps, of course. Let's see what else we got.
Hey, Moosh.
Hey, what's up?
ET on stream end?
I'm gonna wrap up in the next 5 or so. What's up?
I can't start highlighting.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, we'll wrap it up soon. All right, thanks. Yeah, thanks for letting me know. Let's see here. All right, this is the last thing I'm going to show off. is that we have the replay tool that shows thumbnails, and I can also edit descriptions and whatnot. And so if I want to set this replay for, let's go, I forget what this one is. Let's just show this one.
Webcam is in the way, by the way.
The webcam's in the way? Oh no. Thank you. Let's just do this one. And then I set it here. Get the animation. The rocket barrage comes in later, I think. Just solo alts the May. And then we're back to the BRB. Okay. So I'll show, this is the last thing I'll do, is I'll show an example of the replays. I tweeted about this. This is also sick, WTF, dude, seriously. I love it. Alright, let's check out this thread. Oh gosh. I'm gonna close out Overwatch. Oh, is it not working? Oh, it's the music.
Good luck trying to.
Why is the video so bad?
Core onto the point. Good luck trying to step onto
Twitter compression.
I know, but it usually goes away after a little while. I'm sad. Okay, I think I have these locally somewhere. Let me find it.
2-0 lead for Wind
Yeah.
and Rain over Crescent Dew for this EU Open Division losers finals. Labasco and Suds.
This is where we brought in a
getting ready
replay.
for Hanamura here. Suds, really good Hollywood map.
After we came back from the map, right? Because I was able to pick what we wanted.
Absolutely, and one of the highlights we need to take a look at is Faye has been dominant on this Pharah here. No ults, just hitting insane shots on moving targets. Gets the Lucio right out of the air, finishes that baby diva, and definitely would have gotten the Sombra there had she
See,
not
like that?
translocated away.
Stitch that right in.
Combining.
Here's another example between the maps.
Core onto the point. Good luck trying to step onto that, and the meter goes away. 1.1 for Clockwork Vendetta. They only need one more to win this.
Yeah, as you say, Clockwork Vendetta goes up 1. The Widowmaker actually forced Wind and Rain to completely change up their strategy there.
So this did a really good job bringing these in.
Don's over onto this Wrecking Ball. We will take a look at this Widowmaker replay, getting those headshots just left and right. 2 kills, one of them onto the tank of
Yeah,
Don's.
we purposely mute audio there.
As I
Because
say,
we don't want to hear, see, because
to
otherwise we would hear the casters again while they're talking. Because we can't pull the audio right now. We haven't configured it to pull audio of only the game. Here's the last example.
We may see something slightly more along the lines of a 2-2-2.
And I'm excited to be seeing this Anna because what we did see a little earlier was a fantastic sleep that came through onto the May. And as that happened, a great charge from the Reinhardt, which was then followed up by the Earth Shatter, and that of course opened up
T-Taurus, I switched to
everything
Brig.
for
But there you
Wind
go.
and Rain to push
See, like
onto
this is
point
the
here.
replays
really
are,
happy to be seeing that,
especially
and
with the
hopefully we're gonna
stingers
see-
coming in and out of it. I think add a ton of. It's honestly it's insane. I love it. All right, so I think we're gonna hop off here so Uni can clip stuff, and I think we're done anyway. So follow up with any other questions you have in our main Discord, discord.gg/broadcast.gg, or you can go over to our website broadcast.gg and just click on join and give you a nice link into our server. So that's it for me. What's the Spotify playlist? We will oh no, I can hear myself twice. How big is the buffer? Normally you do 3 minutes of delay if you're gonna do like a game that's live, so that there's no stream sniping. What's the Spotify playlist? We will include something. We just got to configure that and figure out how we recommend people to get in.
Ask you about that.
Yeah, because right now we run Uni runs a server that we pull from, or we have local files. So we're gonna have to figure that out. The link on the channel
I was
is
going to ask you
broken.
something after this.
Okay, I'll check that out. Thanks, Goldmain. Okay, you mean on stream, off stream?
It can be either.
We'll kill the stream so you can get to the clipping and whatnot. But the buffer, the replay buffer. Yeah, 15 seconds. Okay, we'll fix that. Thanks, Goldman. Alrighty. Thanks everyone for tuning in. You know where to find us. And we'll see you next time.